rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the result. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who be caught up in using what I was scarred with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena on. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's your number one chief rockin' Knicks Universe, your main man, Uncle Freezy, and welcome to the premiere Knicks in the Nighttime show, the Knicks at Night podcast. Salute to all my people. The Knicks win again. Salute to my guy, Corey Lee in the place to be. Salute to Andios. Make sure y'all check out Andios on social media. Listen, Andios on Instagram is, we need to change it to we need to change the name of it, man. We need to change the name of that joint, man. Put Andios in the name. Ivory 10 is in the building. Salute. Andrew College in the place to be. What's good, man? Salute. Ivory 10 in the building says, let's go. Did what we were supposed to do. Precious gives us ultimate flexibility defensively. His minutes were very productive. Yeah, man. Cardiac Knicks is in the building. Salute. So coach is on the way. Coach is on the way to come hang out with us. And who else is on the way? Somebody else said that they were. Corey Lee, Corey Lee with that Beanie Siegel beat. I thought Beans was gonna come. I thought Beans was gonna come through and rock the spot just now on the beat. Yeah, man.
What's good?
What's good?
Hey, the Knicks right now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm glad we picked up the defense in the third quarter.
Hey.
But other than that, I'm pleasantly pleased.
Oh, okay. All right.
Ain't gonna get no blood clot crying from me today.
None, bro. None. No blood clot crying.
None.
Wow. Okay. All right. I thought I was gonna get a little something, but none, bro.
Nah, it depends on how the conversation goes and who starts something.
Right.
Somebody said they was looking for me, so I've been around, but I'm gonna leave that alone.
Somebody said they was looking for you?
Yeah.
Who?
Oh, well, it's all good.
Okay.
They know who they are.
Don't fight fair, we jump.
Exactly. Nah, they family, so I gotta give them a fair one.
Right, Cardiac Nick says, would you trade OG for iHeart straight up? Ha ha ha.
You're bugging.
Yo, hey, what's good? Ralph Lewis in the building. He says, you gotta call out when the music comes on. His bleeding. You gotta call out when the music. Okay. And when Corey Lee and when Lee come through, bro, we gotta turn that music down a little bit.
Okay.
We gotta turn these microphones down a little bit. Yeah, man. Salute to my chat. Salute to all my people. Y'all my people, man. Salute to the chat. Salute to everybody coming through, rocking the spot, watching us on YouTube, on X. Salute to everybody watching us, taking us in, whether you're live or watching this on replay. Got nothing but love for y'all. Thank y'all, Knicks fans, for making this job enjoyable. Appreciate y'all. We got yo, my man's is in the building. Nigga Later is in the building. Yo, for real. That's my guy, bro. That's my guy right there. Salute the nigga. One of these days we gonna collab, bro. One of these days, I'm gonna take off this fisherman cap and take off all these necklaces and take off all these muscle shirts I be wearing and just rock the spot with Nicolator. That's my guy. Yeah, man. Salute to
I follow him on TikTok. His TikTok's pretty dope.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So and salute. If you don't follow Nicolator on X, do so. Right? Do so. If you don't follow Nicolator on X, do so. If you don't follow him on TikTok, do so. And so so he does Knicks content, man. I value his opinion and have valued his opinion for a long time. Even keeled, family guy, for the most part, level-headed thoughts and all that stuff. Every now and then, all of us get out of pocket, bro.
Oh, I've been known to.
Yeah, every now and then, everybody will get out of pocket every now and then. So, but yeah, man. So what's the word?
Good word, man. I mean, I like how we picked the defense in the third quarter. Jalen Brunson didn't have to press in the fourth or the third. You know, I like how Cat stepped up his game in the third and fourth quarter, and of course Bridges he chipped in, and OG is OG. I can't say no more.
Right.
And of course Josh Hart. What can I say? He does what needs to be done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't really had too many of them old issues moments. You know what I'm saying? And if they are, they're far and few between.
Right. Nah, no doubt. I thoroughly. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I enjoyed the game tonight, man. I was watching it on my phone. You know how
I do too. That's what I was doing.
Miss Mocha got your man working 14 job, right?
Amen.
And want me to get 2 more, right?
Amen.
So, but I was watching it on the phone, bro, and I was like, yo, what's going on out here?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, yo, is this going to be another Utah Jazz type game? That's what I was thinking at first.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, we kind of straightened everything out, man. And
they got it right. You know, they got that little pep talk, you know, at halftime. I'm like, listen, you know, you want this one, you want to slip or you want to keep it pushing?
What
you know what I'm saying? We knocking down, we getting close to knocking down doors.
Yeah.
Okay. Coach in the building, salute.
Yo.
What's up, coach?
Yo, hey, chat. Y'all stay here, build up the number and all that stuff. Hit the like button and everything. I'm gonna get some. Hey, coach, I'm gonna grab something to eat, man. I ain't ate nothing all day. So I'll be right back, okay?
Oh my God. I can't believe you said that.
Right.
Bro, I ain't ate nothing all day. What do you leave?
From
7:30.
You already know. If we was on the phone, me and you would be arguing right now. I know. I get that. I mean, it's cool.
Bro, Lee, you know I only back down in the post, bro. You know me.
I know this.
We miss y'all on the playback, bro.
Yeah. Just sometimes I like to watch the game by myself, get my own personal thoughts. But you know what I'm saying? I'll pop in every once in the blue.
I feel you.
Let's skip all that arguing on playback. Not to say playback is dope. And it's fun and funny. It's fun and funny.
Bob hasn't been on there, so it hasn't been like.
Where's he been, man?
Well, he's usually been in chat. He hasn't been in the.
I hope he ain't get deported.
Pablo Escobar's people got a hold of him down there.
Give him a lifetime supply of that Colombian salt.
Booger sugar.
I wasn't talking about that, but yeah, if
So
that's what you want.
So yeah, man, we've we swept our little home stand there. We got 4 straight.
I don't know if they. I think somebody slid on my my podcast on Sunday, my show on Sunday, because
Yeah.
they you know what I'm saying, and to be real with you, the defense has stepped up. At least the last 2 games, they look really well.
Mhm.
Today they stepped up in the third. I kind of need them to keep up that same energy through the whole entire game. But outside of that, though, you know, it is what it is. A
Yeah,
victory is a victory.
I looked up right after the game because NBA.com usually a couple minutes after the game they update all the advanced stats. And after that game, the Knicks they're 19th, but they're only 0.6, I think, rating on defense from being the 14th team on defense. So, and we extended our lead. We're number 1 in offense. We're actually number 4 in the league in net rating now, 7.7. So we're definitely. I mean, I think our offense is going to stay up there. It's just over time. I think slowly our D's going to creep up. If we could just be top 10, top 12 defense with this offense, we're going to beat the brakes off everybody. Honestly.
Yo, I'm gonna say this, coach, and I'm gonna keep it a buck. If my guy Precious comes in and gives us half of what he gave us in the preseason, we're gonna be all right.
I know. Like, and if you guys that saw the game tonight, there was probably about a 4 or 5 minute stretch when he came in when Cat was in, and man, a couple of those trips looked so good because Cat was able to stay up around the free throw line, and Precious wound up being the drop back, like rim, backside rim protector.
Yeah. I saw that.
Instead of Brunson or Hart, because usually McHale or OG is on the ball or with the perimeter guys, So, and then that time when the second time Precious came back in instead of Sims in the rotation, our D looked good when we had that little bit of a small lineup when Deuce was in. I think it was Deuce, McHale, OG, Hart, Precious. That was a good. Now we got away with that obviously because they were playing Diabate at center because he's only 6'9", but because Richards was out and I don't know Mark Williams never went back in, but but for the most part,
I think he left the game hurt, unfortunately.
Yeah, Richards did, but I didn't.
Yeah, Nick Richards. On my fault.
But the only thing, and I'm not trying to pick something to complain about, but I don't know if Freezy already said it, but Tibbs, what in the hell is you doing, bro?
Cool.
Bridges have 47 minutes. What are you doing?
I think he's trying to get him out there. First of all, I think personally, I think he's trying to get him out there to work to generate more points from him, to get him work with that second team, and just try to get a little feel for things with him. You got to think Tibbs is still tinkering. He ain't gonna stop until.
Bro, I get that.
I understand that.
36 minutes instead of 47 minutes, man. Come on,
bro. I get it. I thought about it too, but one thing about Mikal Bridges, he takes care of himself, takes care of his body. So I really wasn't so pressed. Now, if it was OG, I'd have been like, "Yo, come on, man, get him up."
I mean, OG had 40 minutes.
I know, but
Cat had 39, and Josh had 38.
I think he's just. I think he's just still. Some games he's using like these wicked teams. And even though he's playing them long, like I said, he's tinkering with them, and I think he's just trying to get a rotation as well as a fit down.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean, I think if Cam was playing tonight, he would have had more of a rotation. You know,
possibly.
I think now that, and because if it wasn't Precious' first game, he probably would have played more minutes too.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
he's
you
kind
know,
of
they said they had him on the minutes restriction as well.
yeah,
So, and in order to start setting the framework for this new lineup, which we'll be featuring probably for the next maybe 3 to 5 weeks.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? He's gonna do this. So
yeah,
I mean, Knicks fans, be patient and pray and cross your fingers and pray that nothing catastrophic happens.
yeah. I was looking at December's schedule. I think we're gonna run the table in December, bro. I think this is when we're going on a run right here, especially with Precious back. I think we're gonna win the cup, and we're gonna win the rest of our games in December. We got
Now,
Detroit, we got
mind you,
Detroit on Saturday,
mhm.
and we got Toronto on Tuesday. Then we got
Now,
three cup games.
and I'm gonna say this. Listen, I pray for the best when it comes to the cup, but that is not my priority.
No,
My priority is in June.
oh yeah, and I know what you're saying, but like to me, who's left in the cup? Like we got the Hawks the first game. Yeah, they're playing pretty good for them right now, but I think we're gonna beat the brakes off them. And
Oh yeah, especially if they come up top. Yeah.
yeah, and then, but I'm just looking at our schedule. Like Minnesota, we got. I can't wait for that. That's the first game we play out after the cup. Then we got the Pelicans again. Then we got Toronto again. Then we got the Spurs on Christmas. And we got Orlando again. And then what? We got the back-to-back Washington games.
We're at home right for Christmas, correct?
Yeah, no, we're away. Oh no, we're home for Christmas. Yeah.
I'm about to say because that'd be whack. Why? You know what I'm saying? Why do we got to go to San Antonio?
Yeah, no, we're home for Christmas. We got home against Toronto on that Monday, and then Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got 3 away games in a row: Orlando and 2 at Washington.
Mm-hmm.
But
all right then.
I mean, we can finish the year. If we can finish the year under 10 losses, because right now we have 8.
We might be able to get to that goal that Freezy was talking about of 60 wins.
Yeah.
Which I'm down for. My biggest. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Coach.
No, I'm saying it's looking pretty good. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, it's a quite possibility. The one thing I pray for every day is they remain healthy. You know, and I'm not gonna really put that on Tibbs because I'm really gonna put that on the players as far as now if it happens during the game, like like if we up by like 30, and for some reason Cat's out there, then I'm gonna have an issue.
Right. Yeah. Because here's the thing: the the grind month normally in the NBA is January, and we started off this season with like we had 12 away games out of our 20 games, but because of that, we come out of this December with only, if we went out or only lose 1 or 2 more games in December. In January, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of our 15 games are at home in January. Bro, we can bust this thing wide open if we finish out this year good. And that's right when we get Mitch back and stuff. By the All-Star break.
Before All-Star break.
Yeah, before. So, man, we can. I don't know, man. I'm just thinking.
Bro,
things are starting to look good.
I'm thinking, like, because I know we got another West Coast trip coming up, because we probably got to go see the Lakers and who else? The Clippers, Portland, who else out there out west we didn't see yet? The San Antonio Spurs. And I think we probably gonna catch up with Houston again. That's those that team right there, the Houston team. I want to see that again because believe it or not, they got a great head coach. Shout out to M.A. Udoka for number one bouncing back, for number two for not letting nobody hold him back. You know what I'm saying? And he's a great coach, and I like what he's doing over there with them young fellas. You know what I'm saying? In spite of talent, he got them playing bigger than who they are.
Right.
Also, we gotta go see the Kings. Yeah, if we can get rolling, I want to see us what we look like when we on that West Coast trip again. You know, that's what I really want to see that. Because that right there is gonna really tell me a lot about our team.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing that we got to do, but earlier in the year, and even a game or two here and there, we tend to do this playing with our food stuff. Sometimes these lower echelon teams.
I agree.
Like this whole play to the level of our competition stuff, because we start a little sloppy and scary, but then Jalen Brunson took it upon himself to get burning.
Steady trip early.
So, and that's what's great about having. That's kind of what I alluded to a few weeks back when our offense started picking up, when Brunson started to. I always said, man, if Jalen Brunson just commits to being a distributor first, because he can get his whenever he wants.
Mm-hmm.
So if he can get everyone else going first, and then if he notices they're not hitting, then he can do his thing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what he kind of did tonight. Because even, I mean, I can tell he's looking to distribute more.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing little fancier passes, and
it
just looks like they're all having fun out there.
Bro, I noticed that in New Orleans, the New Orleans game.
Yeah.
When I saw that New Orleans game, that's when I knew. Like, of course, New Orleans is not. Unfortunately, they weren't as healthy as I would liked it. But also too, though, the way we played defense, because Brunson didn't have a great game. No, you know what I'm saying? That was I think that was the Mikal Bridges game, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, and neither did OG. But you know what though? The defense itself stepped up, and even though we were playing lesser talent, we let it be known that we were playing lesser talent, and we shut it down early, quick, fast, in a hurry. And then it carried over when we played Orlando, where it mattered the most. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I'm saying? Kudos to the players. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the coaching staff for being on that and finding new ways to implement and create new defenses or even disguising them.
Right. Yeah, that's why I was saying, because we got blessed with the December schedule this year as far as the strength of schedule. Sherwin's alluding to it a little bit in the chat, but that's why I was saying I think we can go undefeated in December. Now, obviously, we don't know who we're going to play in those extra cup games, whenever we win or lose or whatever. So those teams might have a little bit better win percentage. But besides that, the rest of the teams have losing records we're playing against, except for Orlando. That won. So, like I said, we come out of this. So right now we're 14-8.
I just walk off. I walk out that Cup Series healthy
Yeah,
and win, lose, or draw. Just walk away from it.
23. If we finish out 23, 20, we can be like 24-8. That's crazy. Salute, Justice. Yeah, I just want to give some shout outs to everybody that's out there. We got Andrew Kozev, Ivory 10, Dios,
Andrew,
Cardiac Knicks,
it's college day, bro.
College J, okay. Top Notch T, King Imbert, Ralph Unreal, Sherwin in the house, Just Knicks. I want to thank you guys. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already subscribed.
We got a whole new goal for 1,000.
Yes, sir. 4,000. Yeah, man. Let's shift this over to what you thinking about OG Anunoby, bro. Is he an all-star?
I would say the coaches would vote him in. I don't know. We would vote him in as the fans. First of all, Knicks fans need to get out there and whenever it gets open, yo, please put Cat and Brunson in there. You know, because it's hard. One thing about Knicks fans, you know, what I'm saying New Yorkers or Knicks fans in general, it doesn't seem like we really get out there and vote for it. And I'm not gonna lie to you though. You know the All Star game has been a joke the last 6, 7 seasons, 8 seasons.
Right.
But I would love for them to, you know what I'm saying, to both at least make the squad. If you can squeeze, hell, Josh Hart has been playing like an all star. He's more deserving than, you know, just the sacrifices, not even sacrifices, but the plays he's been making. You know,
Yeah. I
wow.
mean, I think he's I know they were talking about doing that new format.
As far as
In the All Star game, they're going to actually make 3 teams, and then the 4th team is going to be like the Rising Stars, and
mm-hmm.
they're going to do like a little mini tournament with those.
Sure, that'd be crazy. Like they really need that though.
So like basically, so the 3 All Star teams are going to have 8 players each,
Mm-hmm.
and then the 4th team is going to be the winner of the Rising Stars Challenge.
Okay.
So we're going to have the first 2 games are going to be like the semifinals, and it's the first team to get to 40 points.
Mm-hmm.
And then the 2 winners go to the finals, which the target score of 25 points.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so that's
Basically a pickup game.
Yeah, that's what it's like pretty much. Which, you know what, you probably get that short amount. You probably get more from everybody. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I mean, you know, some things, you know, I can't help being dinosaurus esque type.
Yeah.
And I used to love it when I used to watch the East Coast play against the West Coast.
Right.
And then you know, I came up in a day where these cats wasn't buddy buddy. They were always trying to prove something to someone,
Right.
and this is where you get the chance to showcase to that. But time moves on, things change, attitudes change, perspectives change, you know. So, wow. It's I'm trying to adjust to the way these young people think and how they look at things. So, it's crazy because I talk to my kids about it, like my boys, you know, um, and they can see it both ways. I'm just,
Yeah.
I
Well, I
guess, I'm
just
just
think
stuck in my ways.
we're we're victims of which. I mean, let's face it, it's very convenient to have, and it's great technology and all that.
Mhm.
We're just a victim of the information age now, and see, back then in the '80s and '90s and all that, before the internet really got popping, and the implement of like live TV coverage and the way that
Mhm.
the TV covers the game better, actually live. I mean,
Mhm.
hell, in the '80s up to the mid '80s,
Mhm.
some of the playoff games and series were on tape delay.
I remember.
You know what I'm saying? So, like,
Remember, believe
and
me,
then yeah, and
CBS
sometimes you wouldn't even find out the score till you. It would be a
the next
mystery.
day.
You have to wait to see the newspaper.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? There wasn't no internet.
Yeah, or you wouldn't even see certain players like for example, like all right, I was fortunate enough to be the Knicks played on Channel 9, WOR when I was a
Right.
shorty. So I used to be able to catch, and so I could see cats like David Thompson every once in the blue, or a younger King, or
Right.
Route Sampsons.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because of the way things were,
Mhm.
the All Star game and all that stuff was the time. Like you didn't know much about teams maybe that were on the West Coast or team like players that were from wherever other teams because you only knew about your own team if you went to the games or you saw in your newspaper. Like so, yeah. But
Or the
now it's like
news.
all these dudes know each other and everyone all has seen each other. And just I don't know, just the
Play
whole
the
A
AAU ball with each other.
AU ball stuff, and
Went to camps together. All kind of
yeah.
craziness now.
So it is a different vibe now. Now, don't get me now because of all that though. And I mean, the offense. The reason why there's such good offense right now is because they're just a lot more skilled guys. It really is. I'll give these modern NBA players credit. They are talented as hell, bro. A lot of them have a lot of. I mean, they're just they're all basketball nerds. A lot of them, they've
I
all
mean,
come.
I think they've been doing it since what,
Yeah,
6, 7 years old.
right. Like everything's so specialized now. Like
Hmm.
the training and the can't. Like I mean, there's so much. They have so much knowledge now, and that's why I get frustrated with fans on our team that
Mm.
like I don't have patience for players. I'm sorry, I'm gonna call it out. Sims, bro. The dude's had 4 years of college and 4 years of the pro under Tibbs. If he doesn't have it figured out by now, he never is, man.
Bro, I think, and this is what we don't know. Is what is you already know I'm trying to get my head right.
I got
Um,
you.
what you don't know is what he's been told and asked of him in his role and to remain a Nick. Because Thibodeau is specific. You know what I'm saying? in certain things.
Bro. That you just making fucking excuse my point. You just making excuses.
I'm just saying, bro.
I'm just tired of the excuses.
I understand
about
it,
him.
bro. Tranquilo. Just hear me out, though. You ain't got to agree with me. Just hear me out. You know?
I'm hearing you.
Because, I mean, just because you may not hear me say it, that doesn't mean that sometimes I don't disagree with a lot of things you say. My point, but getting back to my point about Sims, is that, maybe they try to keep it simple for him. You know what I mean? Because he is a big body. Bro, just grab rebounds, set good screens. If you get a chance, you can block the shot. Just don't bring no unnecessary BS onto the court. You understand what I'm saying? As far as we don't need you doing extra. Now, I understand what you're saying as an athlete and as a player and as a person. You would think that he would want to do more or try to be capable of doing more. You know what I'm saying?
That's not what I'm expecting of him, though, bro.
I mean,
I'm not expecting him to do more at all. I want him to do the things he's only asked of doing, but he can't. He's got 10 thumbs, 2 left feet, bro. Like he's too inconsistent. For the little amount of responsibility he has, he's way too inconsistent. There's too many talented players in the league.
I get it.
We got someone underneath him. You know what I'm saying? We have Huck Porty, who's already way more skilled than he is.
Yeah, but
he's explosive, but he doesn't know
the game
thing yet or the game. Okay, so that part, I get that, and I know. And Ivory is basically saying my point for me is now that Precious is back, his minutes are going to be just going disappear.
I mean, because now he becomes what he is, situational, foul trouble, this trouble, that thing, injuries. He's gonna be all right. I'm not stressing.
Yeah, I'm not stressing. I think if it wasn't for Tibbs, he wouldn't be in the NBA right now, honestly.
Bro, be honest with you, you don't know where he would be. Let me tell you something. A lot of people leave us. Not saying once they've been under him 2, 3, 4 years, they find a way to break out and step up their game. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Tibbs is very specific on what he needs certain people to do. And I had to sit there and think about it and realize it. Myself. When I used to go in on Tibbs. Now I take that shit the hell uphill and kind of fall back and watch sometimes.
I mean, I'm straight with Tibbs X's and O's all day long, and whatever he's doing. But man, these rotations got my head spinning, bro, right now. Like the amount of minutes he's playing these dudes. I mean, especially in blowouts. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I get the rhythm. He wants to figure out and keep his rotations up until the fourth quarter. But bro, you didn't have campaign, and Precious is back with minutes restrictions, and you go with a 7-man rotation. Come on, man! Against a team that's missing players, they played 12 people, and we can't sneak in Kolick and Huck Porty and some of them guys a little bit. I mean, it's just weird, man. Even if it's just like for a few minutes.
As much as your argument is legit, Kyrie, in my mind, I can imagine how he's countering what your thoughts are. You know what I'm saying? In his mind, in the way he thinks. And I wish I had 50% of the thought power that he had, or the motivation.
No, I understand this team's new and they need to have time on the court together. That part, I 100% get it. But there's a way to do that and still spell these guys. Like to have, I noticed it before they announcer even said it on the telecast that he didn't sub out Bridges in the first half at all. And I even said it on the, I was like, bro, all he had to do is this. If he did the sub when he did the Sims and his regular Sims and Bridges thing, Sims and Deuce thing he does, he could have came back since Cam wasn't in. He could have brought in Cat, Kolick, and Precious for Brunson, OG, and Bridges or Hart. No, Hart's out of that time, and Bridges, so they can get a little spell. And then when you're ready to bring OG or Bridges back in, you take Hart out for one of them. There's a way to do it. I don't understand.
I don't understand it neither. I've been watching this man for 4 or 5 years. No, 5 years now.
It's just simple staggering. It's like this dude doesn't. I mean, yeah, does it suck if we didn't have an extra player or two, like not having campaign? Yeah, it sucks. But we can actually run our offense with Bridges and Josh Hart, like playmaking, because of the other guys are so good. It's just like, it's not like we need Chris Paul or Halliburton to distribute to our offense. Let's look at when Brunson's in. It's not like he's doing that. We have a team-oriented system that doesn't count on just a point guard. Like it's ball movement, pick and rolls, spacing. Like anyone could run that offense. Really, it's ridiculous right now. And as long as Josh Hart is doing what he's doing offensively right now, we are literally unbeatable on offense. We're unstoppable on offense. If Josh Hart is doing that, who do you cover? Nobody. There's no one. And now that Mikal Bridges is being at least somewhat hitting open shots now, like forget about it. You can't double Brunson or Cat ever, because we're gonna kill you. I don't know, man. That's why I think what happens in the games we start cooking early. It makes the other teams panic.
Go ahead, Coach. I'm listening to you. Just give me a second.
Yeah.
I gotta grab something real quick.
Yeah, go ahead, bro. And that in turn gives us energy on defense, and I saw it these last couple games because Bridges has been shooting better. He comes back on the other side of the floor and has some energy on defense, So, but I agree with a lot of guys in the chat. The risk versus the reward to me for playing 20, you're in a 20-something point blowout and you're leaving in Mikal Bridges for 47 minutes. Like, the only time a guy should be playing 47 minutes is because it's an overtime game, or it's like a playoff game, and it was towards the, it was a back and forth game, and it's an important win. Like, bro, we're playing a young ass team who's desperate, and we started. You can see we were controlling the game, and he's still just chomping at the bit. But yeah, I agree. I don't think The thing is, it seems like it seems like because remember how in the past, the last few years, it just seems like we always worked so hard offensively. For every possession was like so hard, and it seemed like everyone had to work so hard to get a bucket. I think Tibbs is getting lucky that our offense is that this good that we're not having to overexert ourselves to get buckets. So we're luckily not getting too hurt as far as our wind and all that stuff. Because it's like we're just on cruise control and offense. And just to give you guys a heads up, I saw Sherwin asked about Brunson. He just tweaked his back a little bit. It was on that one play where his hip bumped into, I forget who he bumped into. And he was kind of holding his back a little. And when he got subbed out or one of the timeouts, he went to the back just to get it checked out. And then by the time he came back out of the back, we were really in control of the game. Deuce was making some shots. So they just left him out with the heat and pad. And then they mentioned he was available to come back in if needed, but they chose not to put him in. But what gets me is, they take the precaution of not putting Brunson back in. But, what about Cat and OG? Like, these are two guys that, they've had a history of getting banged up a little bit, We don't need to leave them in a 25-point lead in the fourth quarter against Diabate and freaking Cody Martin or whatever the hell Martin is. We really need to leave them in there? Come on, man. For me, we're playing with fire situation. Holy crap, am I happy we won. It's awesome. I had a feeling. I had a feeling we were going to win 4 home games. My prediction before the game was we were going to win by 23. We won by 24. And, we tightened up on D when we were supposed to. I just think health-wise, our bench, once Shamit comes back too, and Precious full time and Cam, dude, our bench is straight. And eventually, when Mitch, dude, unless they do something crazy at the trade deadline, I don't know. And I'm not saying I want to do it or we need to do it at all. But if Leon Rose and the boys see something that's too good to pass up and they do it, I'm not going to be mad. Don't touch the starters, obviously. But I'm not going to be mad if there's a team that wants to throw us something, So
I'll tell you this, Coach. I'm not really. Unless I think Dre was saying this the other day, and I want to concur with him so bad. Unless somebody's trying to help us give us more money for them to make a move, I'm not touching nothing. I'm not touching nothing we got right now until the off season.
Right. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like nothing that we're gonna. Because here's the thing: when does the trade start? On the 15th, right?
What? January or January, right? Or December?
No, December 15th.
All right, yeah, all right.
It's less than 2 weeks away. It's like a week and a half away.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is right now, because of injuries, we've obviously figured out our starting five, and we obviously know, Deuce and Campaign and Precious, they're all going to be in the rotation. But the thing is, we haven't really been able to use all three of them concurrently for more than a couple games. So we haven't really established our bench rotation yet. So if we were to make an addition, it wouldn't be that drastic because we're already in the middle of, because who we get's going to be a backup anyway. So it's someone that's going to be part of the figuring out the bench situation anyway. That's why I don't mind it as much.
I'm cool. Yeah. But like I said, I'm not pressed for nothing.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Maybe another possible wing or a big body. That's about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We can never go wrong with that. Just to help, just anything to help us grab more offensive and defensive rebounds and rim protection. That's all I care about. Outside of that, nah, I'm not pressed for nothing. I'm not pressed for nothing. And if anybody says that we need to go out here and jump for something, you need to stop and hold your breath.
Yeah.
For a minute and let the season finish out. And see where we stand at the end.
Yeah, because we haven't even. We're just now scratching the surface on what this team could be.
Facts.
And usually you don't find out when you have a new core of players. I mean, look when like Boston had Tatum and Jaylen Brown. They were together, 5 years or so, 4 or 5 years before they started their run, right? So
they've been running pretty much since their second, third year.
Yeah, so it ain't like you put a team together and it happens the next day. I mean, hell, even look at friggin' the Warriors. They had the best team in the league. Then they get Durant, and they lost.
Talking about the third year, the second year with Durant, and I was only because that man got hurt. Because God knows if he was healthy, it wouldn't have even went down like that.
Yeah, so there's teams and like I said, all the teams that are successful right now are teams that have been together for they weren't just put together this year. Like even Houston, who's having some surprising success in the West, that pretty much is the same team they had last year. They're just all older now. I think they added Dylan Brooks or whatever, but he hasn't really
been in the season, been in the system another year.
Right. So, we're having the success we're having. We're in the conversation with all these other teams already. Literally just based on our talent, because we've only been this team for 22 games.
Coach, watch this. Check me out, right? Listen real quick. Watch how many people of some very high and stout nature out here in the world are not going to give us our respect. We're going to have to keep, We're going to have to keep,
No, I'm saying they're already starting that crap. The old Barkley and Shaq and all that crap.
Man, hey, and I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I want my roses at the end. While I'm standing there and you sitting there looking stupid.
Yeah.
Because
Like all these cat haters and our fan, they're all trying to jump on the bandwagon now.
No, I ain't trying to jump off the bandwagon. Listen, man, what I want from Cat, you know what I'm saying? And I understand he can't give me everything I want, but he can give me one effort. If he plays both sides of the ball as hard as he can, especially when it counts the most, or especially when we trying to get back into the game and we got to get stops.
Mm-hmm.
If he shows me those things right there, which he's shown me a little bit, then I have nothing really too much to say about him other than, okay, he sucks on one side of the ball, but he tries. Just like Jalen Brunson. He sucks on this side of the ball, but he tries.
Right.
We got enough athletes around him to bail him out. So stay healthy, play hard, stay within the system, and trust each other. And then I'm good with it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think even Brunson, he's been doing a lot better on defense lately. I've been noticing he's been getting little steals and he's been putting in effort. And part of that reason is this. And Cat's gonna slowly. This is gonna slowly happen for Cat too. In the past, we've needed Brunson and every ounce of his energy to get us a bucket in the past couple of years because he's been our whole offense, you know. Especially when Randall's was out. So for him to have that energy on defense too is a lot to ask. But now this year, he doesn't have to work as hard to get his buckets. He doesn't have to work as hard on offense. So now I think he has the energy and can, put a little more effort on the defensive side of the ball. You know what I mean? Freezy,
bro.
Everybody, come on!
Intro,
Freezy.
We want Freezy.
We want Freezy.
let me. Oh, so I was.
Why you wear your pants like that?
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yo, Easy. Why you wear your pants like that?
For Freezy access, baby.
For Freezy access, baby.
Cold-blooded.
I was in there stuffing my face. Let me guess. Lee been up here, so y'all been talking about defense and rebounding, bro. Is that what y'all been talking about the whole time?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah, I ain't been complaining.
Oh, okay.
I told you. Have I been complaining, Coach?
No, it says, I mean,
nah, Corey's been good. Trust me, I would have called his ass out.
Yeah, you'd been like, yeah, man.
you would have came in at me and Corey arguing.
Yeah. Oh, you've been here by yourself?
Nah. I don't run. You already know that.
I know Corey wouldn't run. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But
shout out to Corey Lee, the place to be. Shout out to Corey Lee.
Shout out to Freezy and Coach.
Shout out to the Bronx, New York. If it wasn't for the Bronx, you already know. Uptown, baby. Shout out to the Bronx. Yo, Coach, how you think the defense looked tonight, man? I really don't care. I'm just trolling.
Good enough to win by 20.
All right, good enough to win by 20, bro. Bro.
I mean,
we need another score off the bench. I wish we had like $15 million where we can just go trade for like a scorer. You know what I'm saying? So that OG and Mikal Bridges and Josh Hart wouldn't have to play like 52 minutes a night.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We got him, yo. Campaign and Bridges. I mean, and Deuce. Believe it or not.
Yeah, but they're not wings.
Mm.
I mean,
so your point was what?
Which we have $15 million that we can go trade for a guy.
A wing score.
Man.
You say, how did you like the way Matt Ryan looked tonight?
I don't give a damn about Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan's days are numbered. So I can give less, man.
I'm just saying, we got three, in my eyes, we have three disposable players. Like Sims, Toppin, and Ryan, just throw them in the trash heap, bro. Just throw them in the garbage disposal. Wow. It's just a wasted roster spots.
Right.
Like for a championship caliber team, I see young bums not even playing on other teams that I'd love to have compared to them three.
Wow.
I would love to trade that $15 million for Devin Vassell.
You mean to tell me
from San Antonio?
Who?
Devin Vassell from San Antonio.
They're not gonna let him go for nothing.
Yeah,
he's part of their program.
He coming off the bench for them, bro.
It doesn't matter. He's still part of their rebuild.
Because Chris Paul there.
So
I wish we had a center off the bench that could dribble, pass, and shoot.
What about? See, I would, bro. I'd rather have that Diabate than friggin' Sims.
I'd rather have Diabate for sure. A jumbo wing. He's not exactly a jumbo wing, but he's in that role, in that jumbo wing role. He's a turkey wing. Lee, you eat turkey wings, bro?
Is a pig pork?
No, and look, I'm not trying. I think at full health, with Shamit back and Precious and Cam and Deuce and Mitch, we have a good enough roster to win it all. Still,
yeah.
If we're full 100% healthy, top to bottom, but if someone's gonna dangle a carrot and we can improve that, I'm sorry, I trust Leon Rose.
Yeah,
he's gonna make that decision, bro.
I trust. Yeah, I trust him too.
They're doing something. They know something. They're figuring something out.
Right.
If they bust a move or don't bust a move, I'm good with it, period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. You saw a little glimpse of it tonight.
Right.
That if you have someone that's an actual real power forward, like Precious, that can actually be a secondary rim protector.
Yeah.
Wait till you see what happens.
Bro, I'm telling you.
Because just for that few minutes I saw it, I could tell the defense looks so much better.
Yep.
And the thing is, when you have someone like Precious that does that on defense, on offense, he's mobile enough where he doesn't hurt you and doesn't get in the way.
Right.
Either.
And skilled enough to some degree.
Yeah. And bro, and you saw in preseason, he hit a couple threes this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
I saw last season.
Yeah. He's gonna hit a couple open ones.
Yeah.
You get him going, he's gonna hit something. Watch.
I'm gonna say this. I'm really grateful for him to come back, and I can't wait to see him after the minute restrictions go off because I seen how they were. Remember when you were talking about you was telling me how much time Bridges and them had, but then I saw Precious out there with Bridges, Deuce. I want to say Hart as well as Cat. That's interesting. But he was mixing and matching the lineups to fit where we wasn't really wearing our OG like we might have this year, provided we didn't make the trade.
I mean, I know how I would do the rotation once we get everyone back. Like when Precious and Mitch are in the game, you gotta have.
But is it clearly that obvious though, Coach?
You gotta
That's the
have
question.
Brunson. You gotta have Brunson in the game, and with McHale and either Josh or Deuce. I mean, you even need Josh with that group actually, because she got enough rebounding. But you need more offense from the backcourt and stuff.
But Josh does more than just rebound now.
No,
He
I
starts
know.
to break.
No, I get that, but I think for any of you that keep thinking that Cat's going to power forward when Mitch comes back, I'm sorry, you're wrong. I don't know why you keep saying that. There's nothing wrong with Mitch. We need that's going to be so huge for us. Mitch coming off the bench as a 5, and then Precious can be in there with actually Mitch with a lot of the starters, and then when Cat comes out with that first subbing he does now, when he puts in Sims and Deuce, that's gonna want to be in Mitch and Deuce sub.
You think so?
Yeah, it's gonna be Mitch and Deuce gonna come in.
Precious and Deuce.
You think Press is gonna go in before Mitch?
To breathe, to give Ananobi a breathe.
No, but the first sub is always Josh and Cat. That's
Right, well, we'll see.
We'll
see.
I'm saying that's what Tibbs has been doing at the 4 to 5 minute mark.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
He's been doing. He's been doing the Josh and Cat, and then he brings in Deuce and Sims.
Right.
And then the next sub, which is either after the first quarter, he would bring in Campaign and Cat back in, and then Brunson and OG go out. So now I think what's going to happen is he's going to bring in Deuce and Mitch. You know, I mean, not now, but like when we're at full strength, he's going to bring in Deuce and Mitch.
Oh, you talking about Ronnie King Holiday? Okay.
And then
you see how I did not start none of this right here, right? I'm totally out of this. Matter of fact, let me do this.
But nah, like, all right, we'll talk about what, because now Precious.
I'm listening.
I'm just trying to be nice because I'll be honest with you, Mitch might be getting dealt, bro. But I'm not trying to ruffle my son of a Mitches out there. That Mitch hive. I don't want them all mad at me talking about that.
Yeah, anyway. You know how they get, bro. You know how they get.
Man, look here, man.
We'll talk about.
Listen, man.
Precious.
You started. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm tired of talking about it.
Yeah, no.
When I say I'm done, you can talk about it all you want. I'm gonna sit back here and chillax, get my mind right.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to be, give the benefit of the doubt who we're gonna have.
That man ain't gonna chill, man. That man mad now. Lee mad right now. Lee got his fist ball up right now, and we just can't see it.
No, I don't.
Lee like grinding his teeth right now, man.
He's biting his bottom lip right now.
Seriously.
Nah, but
I'm Gucci.
Yo, that man got a hoodie on at midnight, bro. You know he mad, bro.
I don't think Sims is going back.
I'm good.
He probably got
some so Gucci. I'm so Gucci.
I don't think Sims is playing again.
Hey, to be honest with you, I don't think Mitchell Robinson is ever playing another minute as a Knick.
Whoa. Clip it.
Bro, did you see the joy Josh Hart was playing with tonight, bro?
Oh yeah.
Did y'all see, bro? Did you see how OG Anunoby OG Anunoby is legit blank face. You remember blank face the villain? Like he could be throwing a party or he could be at a funeral, but he blank face. You'll never know what that man thinking, bro. That's OG. That man was smiling tonight, bro. That man, OG Anunoby, went in the crowd and dapped somebody up tonight, bro. And we think we're going to disrupt that by bringing back Mitch and put him in the paint. We think Yo, come on, man.
Are you going to spend the night trolling, Mitch? You going to spend the night trolling, Mitch?
No, I'm not. I'm not trolling. I'm not trolling Mitch. I like Mitch, bro. I like Mitch. I follow Mitch on Instagram, man. I like Mitch.
So do I.
Trucks.
And I love his trucks. He got some gangster trucks.
But what if we go against Embiid?
Bro,
hey man.
What if has always been our narrative?
Yeah.
Right?
Back.
I'm tired of being the New York what ifs.
Right. What if you notice what if is always, you know what, our coach, you remember the conversation last year, right? Before we traded for OG and Precious. You remember what the conversation was all the way up to December 30th? Yo, we need a backup power forward. They traded Obi. We too small. Remember that conversation? Remember that? You after the Quickly trade, after we traded Quickly, right? You remember the conversation? We need a ball handler off the bench. Right? It's always something, bro.
But we did need them things though.
It's always something. Like we now
and we got him now, right? So
but now that we saw Precious out hurt, right? We complain like a squeaky wheel. We don't have enough size. Bro, you know Mitch is hurt. You know Precious is hurt. So instead of saying, hey man, this team needs some time to gel, right? These dudes got to find out where their favorite spots are off the floor or create some new spots because they're playing with new talent. Yo, we out here like, yo, Josh Hart is the 4. He too small. We need to move Cat to the 4. Man, come on, bro. And can't we be? First of all, I just want to say this. First of all, I want to say this, man. I saw me and Coach on the screen the other day, and I was like, damn. Me and Coach look like drink champs. Me and Coach look like drink champs on the screen together.
All you needed my light skin ass, and I would have been Nori.
Me and Coach look like drink champs on the screen. Make some noise, right? But nah, man. I think we're at a place, man, where the Knicks are playing beautiful basketball, offensively and defensively. And since this feeling is so unfamiliar, right? We just don't know what it is that we want to complain about because we're used to complaining. But the thing about complaining is at some point, people are going to tune you out and just listen to you as a complainer, right? Like 2 years ago, or I'm sorry, last year coming out of training camp, we were saying we needed a power forward because Obi was traded to the Pacers. This is Obi Toppin's second year with Indiana, right? Last year, our conversation was we need a power forward. Man, we too small, man. Man, we gonna have to play OG at the 4, man. OG stay here. All of that, bro. And what I'm saying, coach, is I ain't gonna listen to Corey Lee complain about us being too small no more, bro. I'm gonna just enjoy the ride, bro.
Would you say?
Oh,
Would
I
you
didn't
say?
say we were too small. I never said that. I've ever never said that. I said I didn't like our defense, especially the interior, and I did not like how we were lackluster on getting stops. So with that said, mm-mm-mm, not too small.
Yo, and I ain't
Well,
even go front,
guess
right?
what?
Like,
We
hey,
moved
coach,
up to
I'm
19.
gonna call out my twin brother real quick, man. I love him with all my heart, bro. I don't love nobody in the world in Lawrence Tears more than him, maybe except Corey Lee, right? But you know when the Knicks traded Cat for Randall, Boulevard 73 didn't have nothing else to complain about. He can't complain about Randall no more, so he just stopped coming around. Lee, your man don't have nothing to complain about, so he just stopped coming around. Is that what happened?
I don't know, but hopefully he in the chat popping his head up. Hopefully
All
in the
I
chat
know
right
is
now.
Hopefully in the chat.
we moved up to 19 in defensive rating.
Okay.
But,
That's what's up though. Yo, man, if we could be like 15, 12,
here's the thing.
15, 12, yo, I'm Gucci with that too.
We're 113.8, right? The 14th ranked team is 113.2.
So you're saying if we destroy 2 or 3 teams in a row, right? If we destroy, we can be knocking on top 10.
Like if we beat Detroit like we just beat the Hornets,
we may be 12th or 11th.
If we hold them to 101, we're gonna jump up to that 12 or 13 spot.
Now you know when you say 101, I'm looking at like 95, 97 points.
Right.
I understand that, but you know, they're NBA players too.
You know what I'm talking about, Coach. See what I mean about complaining. Like
I ain't complaining. I said if we could, I'd be happy. I'm talking. This is what I would want. This is my perspective. I'm not bitching at them. If we win, we win. We win by 2. I'm happy.
Bro, in today's NBA, under 100, just like
I know. I'm asking for a lot, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Literally, because what happens is there's so many shooters on a team now. You'll get the backup bums come in and just start chucking threes,
like Seth Curry.
Yeah, and they'll make like that's the only reason why they had 100. The same in the Denver game.
Yep,
bro.
With Westbrook came in and did what he did in the
stat pad. But anyway, like I said, reach for the stars, land on the moon. That's all I'm asking.
No, I get you. I think if in case we
reach
haven't noticed,
reach for the stars, pass your wallet.
You know what I want to see?
Don't play with me.
Queens get
last 10 games. Let's look at that. The last 10 games, the Knicks are 14th in the league in defensive rating. The last
and that's what's up. And that's what's up. That's all I was asking for. And that's all I was bitching about.
112.
And what I'm saying.
You want to know what else? Freeze right before you make that point. The last 10 games, we're number 1 in net rating, 12.3. Our offensive net rating the last 10 games is 124.6.
Yo, hey, Coach, remember when I put the spreadsheet up and I was telling IKBM Dre and others that we could average 121 points a game? Yep. Remember the spreadsheet? I have the proof of it, right? I was saying that this team that this team, if Jalen Brunson could get some spot up 3-point opportunities, and if OG Anunoby can slash to the run. Now, this is before Mikal Bridges, right? This is before we had Mikal Bridges. This is before we had Cat, right? This is just calculating this thing based on what I thought was going to happen, right? 120 something points a game. No, and coach, I feel like I feel like some of the things that we say and talk about at night, maybe nobody takes us serious, or takes me seriously anyway. And I don't mind about that. But there are some things that we'll mention in the midst of us just having fun kicking it. Right? Like the Pacom Dadier thing, like last year, like the kid out of BYU. I hope the Knicks draft that kid out of BYU. The Kanan Catchings kid. Yeah. I think he fits what we want to do. But what I'm also going to say is this. I think Kev McCullough is going to get on that Deuce McBride path and be Deuce McBride at the wing position. Right? And I know people don't want to hear that, right? He too old, Uncle Freezy. That man, he injured.
Bro, what? Why are you skipping?
I'm
Freezy
going
Jr.
around. I'm going around to a point. I'm getting to a point. So the point that I'm getting at is
it's gonna be the new wing stop.
No. The point that I'm getting at is when we add certain things to the conversation, when we talk about them over and over again, I don't think people give us credit, i.e., the 5-out offense. Right? We spoke about it here before everybody else was talking about it, and now everybody want to talk about it. And I'm like, yo, we've been talking about this thing for months. Right? Mm-hmm. The thing is I don't think this franchise is going back to the way things were. This is the new normal. 120 points a game and a defense that just gets stops. And for anybody that want to see it be the reverse of smothering defense and just get timely buckets, we ain't never going back to that. We not ever going. What New York Knicks basketball right now, we have an identity for the first time in about a million, quadrillion, trillion years. And that identity is score the basketball. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. Coach been speaking about, what was it? Net rating is what you mentioned the other day. I mean, earlier.
Yeah.
Coach, how many transition baskets do you think this team gets per night for that point total to be? Are we a fast break team? A fast paced team?
No,
not a fast paced team, but
we
opportunities as far as getting fast breaks. Yes, we are.
Coach showed it on Coach played it on playback. We were 28th in pace. Right?
What?
28th in the league in pace based on NBA.com. Coach had the up to minute rating, right? And so, but when a team scores like this, bro, that means you're oozing offensive talent.
Yeah.
I got you. I do understand that.
We're on pace right now to be the most efficient team ever.
Out of here.
Offensively, bro, I'm talking about field goal percentage, 3-point percentage, free throw percentage combo.
Right.
Our efficiency rating is ridiculous. Our points per possession is ridiculous. That's why our offensive rating is what it is.
Hey, and Coach, when we watch the game, how many trips down the floor do we throw away, right, when we should be getting a point per possession?
Yeah.
So we're not even, bro, we ain't even clicking.
I mean,
we thought I'm saying at least eight.
Bro, listen to the last 6 games. We're top 10 defense in the league.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, I've noticed that. See,
we're 9th.
And I told you when we picked it up, and it was in the wackest game, but it meant something. It was the New Orleans game, and it rolled over into it really rolled over into the Orlando game.
Okay.
Like our shooting percentages.
Yeah. Yeah, and coach, one of the things I wanted to point out about our offense too is, and we're that efficient, right? With your net rating, and it seems as if in those 10 games that you mentioned, how many times did Mikal Bridges and OG click in the same game? It's usually one or the other, right?
Right.
When we get to a point where we can get a dependable Deuce, a dependable Cam, a dependable OG, a dependable Mikal Bridges, along with Cat and Brunson, who are normally dependable.
Yeah, well,
nothing can
what
stop us
happens
all the way
is
up.
It's what we did to Orlando and to Denver when everyone's clicking. Like literally every game's gonna be that way when we got them guys clicking.
Way. Yep. Yeah.
Let me ask you a question, man. Go ahead. Finish your thought, man. My fault.
No, what I was saying, like in the middle of that Orlando game the other night, I was working, so I couldn't really say much. But then y'all had a thing after. I couldn't be a part of. I was at work.
I watched that game 3 times.
Like we have not gone more than a game and a half, 2 games of looking sluggish offensively. Right. There is no team in the NBA right now that can keep up with our offense in a 7-game series. You can't.
I'm not gonna put that out there yet.
The only team that can stop us is us, bro. Like if we go cold as hell shooting.
Coach said that first. Coach was the first person I heard say that.
I'm telling you, bro, it's gonna happen.
Yo, bro, but we still need to play defense, man.
Oh my God.
All right, man, I'm done.
But look, you gotta understand, if when you do the things that we do offensively, we put so much pressure on the other team that they wind up doing that job for us. They start missing shots. They start forcing stuff. Maybe they start getting, they start doing things they don't normally do because they got to play catch up, or they're expelling a lot of energy defensively trying to stop us.
Right.
Okay. So in turn, but it really, like I said, we just need opportunists. We just can't give up easy stuff like wide open threes and just open lanes to the basket. Right. Just, like other teams, they make hard shots to make hard shots. It ain't because our defense sucks. Now, the times that we've seen teams, like one thing that you never see in the stat column, like you just see teams making shots. Bro, if you've all watched these games, like we watch them, well, some of these shots some of these guys make against us are crazy.
It's crazy, right?
Like dudes you ain't never heard of, like fading away threes with like OG's hand in their face.
Right.
And
bro, when you play good D, what else can you do? You can't be mad. You play good defense, they hit a shot, bro. Just run back down court.
Yeah.
No. I get that, yo. I know that. Believe me, I've been dunked on a couple times.
But like, I can't complain about that. And sometimes it seems like teams get desperate against us, and sometimes they jack it. And when you get 2 or 3 teams on another team chucking and they're making them, this is the NBA, bro. And some of them dudes get hot.
I mean, I get that.
Yeah. So, but besides that, yeah, we can't give up easy buckets.
Nah.
That's unacceptable.
Mm-hmm.
But just look at what's happening. I said this earlier, Freezy, while you were in here. Like Brunson's defense is legit improving. Like I've really noticed a difference in his defense.
The effort is different, but I'm cool with it.
And I was saying it's a direct result of the efficiency of this offense. He doesn't have to work as hard to get his buckets anymore. So now he's got the energy to expel on defense.
Right.
Now Brunson can actually run off ball and stand at the free throw line extended while Josh or Deuce or Campaign or Bridges have the ball or Cat at the top. He doesn't always have to do everything. That's why I was happy to see Brunson being a little more pass happy lately.
Right.
Because he can get his. I was saying this to Corey earlier. Brunson can get his whenever he wants.
Yeah.
So his priority should be getting others going for.
And that right there is what a captain is. Lead from the front, not the rear. Set the pace. Set the movement. You know what I'm saying? Set the move. You know what I'm saying? With your capo, you know what I'm saying, the $50 million man. I call him Peter Pan. You know what I'm saying?
No. I don't know.
And to me, what I feel, if I was the coach, and I would remind Brunson of, that your priority should be getting Cat and Mikal Bridges going
every day.
Because they're both rhythm guys.
Yep.
Like you got to get them going, and they're really streaky, good and or bad.
Yep.
So OG and Josh, they get whatever's available. That's always been. You don't have to facilitate for them. They get what's available to them and what's there.
That's correct.
Right. And Brunson, like I said before, he can get his whenever he needs to.
Right.
So
anytime.
That's why they need to get Mikal and Cat going, like right off the rip. Almost every game.
Yeah.
And he did try. Well, he kind of tried to get Mikal going early in the game. And then some of the guys were missing some shots. Cat missed a shot or two. And then that's when Brunson said, all right, I'm going to hit a few shots. And he did.
Everybody going. Yep. Yeah.
And then once he started hitting shots, everyone was like, oh, crap, Brunson started his stuff. They pay attention to him. And then he dishes it to someone that's wide open. And then they make it finally. If Josh Hart stays a 40% three-point shooter in this league, our offense is literally unstoppable. Who can you leave open anymore?
Nobody.
He's funny for that.
Especially
Coach Mr. Live. Coach Mr. Live. I like to throw them lobs, bro.
Bro. Who can shoot it like us?
Nobody.
Send them on the bus.
Nobody. Lee, where you at, Lee? Yo,
I'm laughing right now about the joke. Hold on a second. I'm trying to get my my glaucoma right.
Nobody.
Nobody. And who can do it like us?
Nobody.
Nobody, baby.
That's my guy, Corey Lee, bro. I love it.
Trade for Ben.
I was thinking about you the other day. I started to call you at lunchtime, bro. I started to call you at lunchtime and tell you Daniel Jones about to make the Pro Bowl with the Vikings, but
yo, I hope so, man. I hope so, and I hope Shedeur Sanders takes us to the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No doubt. No doubt.
Well, here's the thing about how important. I mean, look, most professional sports, they always call it's a copycat league, right?
Okay. Okay.
So let's face it, and I'm not saying the Warriors started the movement because it started kind of happening a little bit before them.
Okay.
But look, man, this 5-out chucking threes, that's just the way it is, guys. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, man.
Things will never be the same.
Yeah, that's it. Hey, look, you got three.
Oh, you thought I missed a lot. Oh yeah.
Old heads up here, bro. No one loved and appreciated the way it was like us.
Like us, yeah.
But I'm not gonna speak for the other two guys, but I'm realistic, bro. You have to adapt to the times, man. And
the type of athletes are changing and they're getting longer and taller. And that's just what it is right now, you know.
Yeah. But the Knicks have been dragging their feet.
Not necessarily now.
No, I know. I'm saying compared to other teams, like on their style of play.
Yeah. I think, Coach, we should just enjoy it, live in the moment, bro.
Hell yeah, I am.
Because think about it, and chat, think about this. This is what I'm saying to you, right? Say, for instance, the Knicks make the playoffs, they win 1 or 2 series, and they lose a hard-fought series to Cleveland. Are you just gonna be mad for the whole damn year just because the Knicks lost it, or will you just enjoy the ride, enjoy what you're seeing, right? And then if they win, they win. If they lose, they lose. It don't make you less of a fan. All it means is you enjoyed the moment. That's all it means. Now, mind you, my Knicks fandom is more double parked than anybody. Right? Ain't nobody gonna tell me that they won a championship more than me. Period. Who you are, right?
Oh God!
If you ain't been through nothing real as a Knicks fan, like if you like, yo, man, the way Melo them,
how much money I lost, man. You know how much money I lost to Michael Jordan,
right? Yeah, bro. Yeah,
Charles Smith layups.
Yeah, if you telling me about Charles Smith, bro, I ain't want to hear it, bro, because I remember when we put Darryl Walker, Rory Sparrow, Trent Tucker, and Lewis Orr on the floor at the same time with Bill Cartwright. So you can't
what you talking about? I know,
right? You know what I'm saying? I remember when we drafted Bill Cartwright and we thought he was going to be the next Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, bro. We drafted that man 3rd in the draft, bro. I thought he was going to be the next Kareem.
We drafted Mark Jackson and then drafted Rod Strickland.
Right. And before him, we brought Michael Jackson in the training camp. Right? Lee, you remember Michael Jackson from Georgetown, right? Patrick Ewing, point guard in college.
Oh, come on, man. I know my man. My man with the part, the light-skinned dude. My man. He was just too small.
He's just too slow.
Right? And small, though.
Yeah. He was just, like he looked like he should be singing 2300 Jackson Street.
Man.
Oh, 2300 Jackson Street.
You know, you funny for that.
You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, so I do remember the times, right? But at the same time, you watching Cat, bro. This dude is doing stuff. We never had a center doing stuff like Cat doing, bro, offensively. Pat Ewing.
Not offensively. Ever. No. Ever. Never. Ever.
And I love Pat, bro. You know, I love Pat, bro.
Man, no, I'm gonna tell you something. If he never got hurt, he'd be much more appreciated.
Right.
And I think he would have developed a little bit more. But with that said, though,
you talking about
Pat. But you can't go backwards. Let's go forward. We got this right now.
If Pat wouldn't have tore his meniscus and tried to play through it, Pat Ewing would have been the GOAT, bro. Like Pat Ewing was legit doing stuff at center. You were like, but it is what it is. But coach, like the numbers that you were mentioning, not trying to drag the conversation away, like trying to drag the conversation in deep water. What I'm saying is, all the stuff that you're saying, I think we should appreciate it on an appreciative level. Not like, you know how like when you order your food and the lady just throw napkins in the bag and you be like, thank you. Not that kind of appreciate it. You know what I'm talking about? I think we should realize what it is that we're seeing and be thankful for it. You feel me? Like not just saying, hey man, we got a good offense. I can't wait to Mitch get back though. Nah. What I'm saying is that we have turned over a new leaf, and this is what we are.
Well, for the moment.
Yeah. Till Mitch get back.
So whoever. Hell, till we get to the finals. How about that?
Like you were saying, like, here's the thing with me. Because we're looking the way we are like this early, and I see the potential and the talent we have.
Right.
If we don't make the finals, I'm gonna be disappointed, bro. Really am.
Bro, I'm gonna say this, man.
We're too good not to.
On second, no, not even that. Leon Rose personally put all the chips on the table and pushed them out front. Yes, he did. Yes, he damn sure did.
Coach, are you?
I'm telling you right now.
Like if we lose a heartbreaker Game 7 in the Eastern Conference Finals to Boston, because they made a lucky ass 3 or they got hot from 3 in Game 7 or something, I can live with myself with that. But anything short
I'm thinking about game. I'm thinking about. I done been in too many of them places before.
Yeah, but
not
in my life.
Boston's the only team. Boston's the only team I realistically would be like, you know what, man.
We're giving them too much. We're giving them too much clout. We're giving them too much clout, bro.
It's not that.
I mean, understand it as champions, and I respect them. I respect them.
I wouldn't say our year was a disappointment if we lost to them in the Eastern Conference Finals. That's all I mean. But that's rock bottom for me. Like anything short of that, losing to anybody else, hell no. Like I'm be pissed.
Talking about the Clevelands, and I'm talking about whoever is supposed to be in front of us right now. I can't wait to get our hands back on them.
Cleveland, Orlando, we're gonna beat them.
And by the time we see them, we'll be healthy.
I think we can sweep Cleveland, bro. I think we're gonna whoop them if we were in a series.
Hey, and truth be told, I think we're healthy right now.
Well, campaign. We're lucky.
I'm not worried about him. He'll be all right.
We're lucky our starters are healthy. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Tibbs is trying them not to be. I tell you that. That dude's playing with fire.
No, he's not. Leave him alone. Don't put it out there. Don't put that energy out there, man.
I'm trying not to, bro. I'm just being realistic.
No, you just thinking too hard about it.
No, I'm not. It's not sustainable, bro. It just can't.
I'm not saying it is. I'm not telling him to do that. Hell no. Nah. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, he can't keep doing this, guys. He can't.
Playing 4 dudes 1,000.
Yeah, bro. You can't do it, bro.
Yeah, Tibbs, what we doing out here, Tibbs?
Bro, there's a reason why we have 3 people in the top 6 in the league in minutes.
Okay, you're right.
But coach, one of the things that when y'all say that, I think y'all don't take into context. Right. I believe, and I don't know if this is a fact or not, but I think Cat might be leading all centers in the NBA in minutes.
He might be.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Top centers do 30.
So he may not be playing 36 minutes a night, but man, you don't want your bigs out there playing 35 minutes a night, bro.
He did.
And do you see how much Cat is on the floor?
Literally, he's on the.
Oh, good. Yeah. Now, see, I see what you did right there. You thought that was good. I see. Coach Mine is like.
I already know.
Yeah, I saw what you did. I saw what you did right there, bro.
Yeah, man, and I didn't like that either, man.
Entendre.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, Jokic is a freak. But Cat is number 2 centers.
Oh, wow.
33 and a half minutes a game.
That's a lot of minutes per game, coach.
I'm going to say this, man, please.
Jokic, 37.
We need to get healthy quick. All the way.
But, look, oh, my God.
And just like, remember, Coach, how you said all through December and January, we could do some things?
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Like December?
Remember you said that, right?
Yeah.
That's provided we stay healthy.
Yeah.
And also, too, this dude gets off this minute restrictions because he's going to get a lot of minutes. He's going to get at least 20 good minutes a game.
Who's on a minute
between a lot of people?
Somebody's on a minute restriction? I wasn't aware. I'm asking.
Oh, Precious was.
Okay.
Like, bro, like Mikal Bridges is number 1. Josh Hart's number 4. And OG actually dropped a little bit, but he's like tied for. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He went down to 14th now, OG. But OG's still averaging 36.3.
The fact that you have 3 dudes right there, man. Come on, man. What are we talking about, bro?
I know. Like, there's no other.
That's why we got to get more healthier. Unless y'all want to fucking make a major trade. Excuse me.
Actually, the only team that coach is crazier than us is Sacramento.
Oh, Mike Brown. Yeah.
Yeah, Mike Brown. Like, they got guys. Their starters are playing mad minutes, but they're not. They're 10, 15.
That's why I can't wait to put my hands back on them again.
Yeah, and then they got Keegan Murray and Sabonis is up there too. He's at 36 minutes.
Wow.
And even DeMar DeRozan, they're gonna kill him.
That man 40 years old.
He back at home though. He back in Cali though.
Now Boston, Tatum and Brown both average 36. So that I knock on wood for them. I ain't wishing no one to get hurt, but they've never had a real problem with that kind of stuff.
Right.
I mean, yeah, KP,
but he just coming back, ain't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go. This is what I want. Let's duke it out.
Yo, salute to my guy Rel. Star Relly is in the building. Them Mavericks. Those Mavericks are so lucky, bro.
I misspoke. Sabonis has more center minutes than Cat.
Right.
And Bam, he's 4th. Him and Rudy Gobert.
Yo, Cat need to holler at Bam. Like, come to New York for a discount, yo.
For what? What Bam gonna do? Play what? Play the 4?
Like whatever you want. Up amount. I'm just talking ish though.
Nah.
We can't afford him.
Bam.
Okay.
Where's that Miami Heat guy?
Oh, Big Tone? Yeah, Big Tone, that's my guy, man. Yeah.
Yeah, they I ain't worried about them. One cat made Bam his itch in that game.
Right.
Oh yeah, he schooled him.
Yo, can I talk to y'all about something, man? Y'all won't get offended.
Go ahead, bro.
We need to get a bench, bro.
Oh, come on, man.
For real. Hey, Nick G in the building. East Blue Drew in the building. Mike Saunders is in the building. Salute. I didn't salute my guy Mike Saunders. Mike, what up? What up, big guy? Keyshawn is in the building. Go Pack Go. Otherwise is in the building. Salute.
Is that Mike Saunders from ESPN?
Justo is in the building. Salute. East Blue Drew is in the building. Salute, salute. Hey, coach. I'm gonna tell you how you know somebody got it right. I sent Nick G a $20 bill, and he didn't even know he got it for like 4 years later.
What?
Yeah. Yo, I sent Nick G like a $20 bill. He gonna tell me 4 years later, yo, you sent me $20? Salute. Appreciate it.
Holla.
Like, bro, that was 2018. Yeah, that was 2018, bro. Salute to my guy Nick G. That's my brother, man. Hey, salute Nick G. Salute. Coach, our bench is missing a scorer, bro. And we're not missing a for the record, we're not missing a damn Landry Shamet scorer.
Do you say the score?
Hey, man. Look at the bench scoring.
You talking about? You saying we missing a bucket?
How did the bench scoring look tonight? Did we get 20 points off the bench total?
Hell no, man. Because all we had was Deuce. If we had Cam, I mean, it may have been different.
And it's not like the bench didn't play minutes, bro. Deuce played 28 minutes. Precious played 12 minutes. Deuce played 28 minutes and took 5 shots, bro. 5 field goals. Sorry, he hit 4 free throws though.
I don't think we have.
We just getting it together though. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
I don't think there's a guy on the bench that can go get his own buckets.
Right.
Like even Deuce, like most of Deuce's buckets are.
I think Cam can.
That Cam get his own buckets. Yeah, that Cam will get his bucket.
Cam gonna get his buckets, bro.
Cam gonna get his for real. Yeah. But besides him, there's no one on our bench. And yeah, good point, Saunders. Like minutes wise, our bench ain't gonna play enough to score nothing.
But you ever thought about this? Maybe if they were productive, they'd get more minutes.
Yeah, that's true.
Justo 1-1 in the building. That's our brother. That's our even keel brother. Justo says like and subscribe, like, comment, and subscribe. Rope to 4K. Let's go, guys. We do need a wing scorer off the bench in the OG Macau minutes. Keldon Johnson, Delano Banton. That's my guy. If I wake up tomorrow and the Knicks have Delano Banton, bro, I can go ahead and go to the upper room, bro. The upper room with Jesus. Bro, y'all got coach, you gonna sing at my funeral, bro?
I'm gonna try to carry your big ass.
Orange tears. Yo. Salute to DSJ. Hey DSJ, I'm gonna do I'm thinking about doing Usher on Saturday night, bro. I'm thinking about doing an Usher joint Saturday night. Pause.
Nah, big for real.
1, 2.
All I want to do is I just want to see Corey Lee dressed up like Cochise at my funeral, bro. It's so hard to say goodbye.
I'm gonna cry when they play tap.
Oh yeah, me too, bro. I'm gonna break down like a shotgun, bro. If they play taps, bro.
Yep. Taps, Joe. You already know what that is.
Yeah.
Shout out to Golden State Warriors. They're about to beat Houston without Curry.
Oh wow. Wow.
Houston's gonna come back down to earth eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they still, yo. Shout out to, like I said, M.A. Udoka, yo. Good way to bounce back, man.
Right. Yeah.
I really don't. I'm with Corey Lee on. I think if we're 100% healthy, we don't really need someone that bad. We definitely don't need nothing as far as starting players. So, but what I was saying earlier was the bench rotation isn't really established enough yet because of injuries this year and all that. So we're just now.
It's a work in progress.
It's still a work in progress, that bench part of the rotation. So if we did bring someone in, it would be fine. Because whoever we get is going to be a bench person anyway.
Yeah.
So
I don't have a problem with that.
No, I don't either. Because it's not going to disrupt our current flow.
It won't disturb this groove.
Won't disturb this groove.
And I feel it so it's so empty.
Y'all bugging. I can't even. I don't even remember the lyrics. I don't even remember the lyrics to that one.
I just remember that part.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, still Knicks fans is in the building. What's good, Knicks family? Salute to the chat. Salute to Coach Corey Lee Freezy.
Oh my God. There go my boy, man. Ron G in the building.
Ron don't know nothing about the system, bro. I was talking to Ron about the system. The system. Coach, when was that we did a shit? Was that like 3 or 4 months ago when I was talking about the system, about that song, You Are in My System? You are in my system. See,
my God.
Everybody, they only remember Don't Disturb This Groove. Man, I just bought the Systems album from 2020. They put an album out.
Sign upon the door, say.
Sign up on the door. That's what we're gonna do to Mitch, bro. When Mitch come back, we gonna put
stop it, man. Don't do that.
When Mitch come back,
don't do that. Man, why y'all gotta be like so hard on my guy, man?
I ain't got it, bro. I just don't want to go back.
The feeling's so real.
Well, you don't want to go back, but what if he help us go forward though?
You mean like a cameo song, back and forth, back.
I'm gonna leave it alone, man. I'm enough said. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all been shooting at me all day. I just had to take my buckshot at y'all. You see what I'm saying? I love y'all.
Bro, relax. It's water pistols, bro. We shooting at
shot. Man, I'm playing, man. I'm good.
Yeah, but yeah, man. Coach, I think we need that dynamic scorer off the bench. I think the Knicks know they need that. That's the reason why the Landry Shamet thing is such a gamble, right? In my opinion, go get a wing scorer off the bench to play with Landry Shamet and Deuce, right? And then that way, if Landry Shamet winds up being what he's normally been for his career, then you ain't lost nothing. If Landry Shamet just turns out to be a complimentary scorer, right, in the right situation, you ain't lost nothing. But if you notice, Matt Ryan is out there trying to get shot, trying to be that scorer off the bench, and Matt Ryan looks terrible.
Man, come on, man.
Straight poo.
I never paid no attention to that, man. I paid zero attention to that. Real talk, bro. Paid zero attention to that. That whole Matt Ryan. I'm like, seriously? I mean, okay, he looked like he did good somewhere else, but I didn't see that spark. Like what's the dude we had with Melo and them? Oh my, discount double check. Oh my God.
Steve Novak.
Yeah. Now if he had some Steve Novak in his ass, you know what I'm saying? Holla at me. You know what I'm saying? Dude ain't got none of that, man. He's nervous as a hooker in church. Pause.
Yeah, man, but that dude ain't nothing like Steve Novak, though, Lee.
That's the point.
Steve Novak is like 6'10" spot up shooter only. But he
Be
was a
honest.
deadly spot up shooter, though.
Cold-blooded.
Right. You know?
When you a game, real talk.
Would you get Cam Thomas?
No.
Imagine Cam Thomas.
No, he's too streaky.
Bro, off the bench though.
Too streaky.
I think Cam Thomas is going to be a 25 point per game scorer in the league, and I think NBA executives know that, and so he's going to be that dude that scores a lot of points on a bad team.
Don't do that to him.
Yeah, no, that's what, because he don't play defense, he don't pass, he don't score in structure.
He's just a gun. He's a bucket.
That's it. He's Bradley Beal, bro. Right now,
he's a perfect 6-man.
Wow.
Because here's the thing, Cam Thomas is still on his rookie contract.
Yeah, bro. That's
he's
why.
Available.
That's why you have to give that man. That's why Brooklyn is going to give that man some time to get better, to see what they can really do with him. You know what I'm saying? Because if he winds up being Bradley Beal, then you can let him put up huge numbers and then trade him for like a buttload of picks, right? But if you start bringing him off the bench as a 6-man, you ain't gonna get nothing out of that.
Would you bring in Finney Smith?
Dodo, yeah. You talking about a jumbo wing?
Yeah, he'd be a good
6'8", man. Come on, man. He's 6'8". He was 6'10", maybe 6'8", though.
Yeah, but
that man is a chihuahua at 6'8", though. Like, he don't know he's 6'8", bro. Like, I think he thinks he's 7'2". And everybody afraid to tell him, because if you tell him, he'll fight. That's the kind of dude Dorian Finney-Smith is, I think.
We already got one scrappy dude already.
Yeah.
You can never have enough of those on the bench, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's similar to Precious, bro, but could shoot better at 3 right now. He's making threes right now.
Okay.
You remember he guarded Cat in the Brooklyn game, bro.
And I'm not saying he's like I mean, look, who I think we need to fill, like the Sims, Jacob Toppin, Matt Ryan roster spots need to be veterans that have played in the playoffs. They ain't got to be guys that play a lot. They don't have to be guys that are.
Dude, we got in the G League right now, bro. Get them for cheap.
Yeah, the TJ Warren come out. Is that you talking about?
Hell yeah!
Yeah, I know. He's like averaging 30 points down there right now. He's a bucket.
And he hungry for a contract. Come on.
I mean, we already kind of got him, so. But because here's the thing, I don't like, everyone's always like, oh, they don't play defense. They don't. We have defense in spades on our bench.
Yeah,
like Precious, Mitch, Deuce, even Cam a little bit has been playing some D. So our whole second unit is defense. We don't mind if we have a bucket guy.
And I think and what are you using your bench for? Right? What are you using your bench for, Coach? That's rhetorical. That's rhetorical. I wanted to answer it. I'm sorry, that's rhetorical. The reason why you use your bench, if you're the Knicks, right? If you're the Knicks, You are using your bench to keep guys fresh. That's it. Right? Like Tibbs is using the bench just so that he won't play dudes 49 minutes a night. Right? That's the only reason why we have a bench.
He's playing
right?
their bench because he has to.
Right. But other teams use their bench for role players. Dudes be in a role. Right? Like if we bring up TJ Warren, you're not bringing him up to keep OG Anunoby fresh. You bringing him up to provide that scoring punch off the bench. Right? Does TJ Warren need to play defense? No, he don't. Bring that man up. He a bucket. And I'm telling TJ Warren, your role is be a bucket. And when you stop being a bucket, we're gonna cut you. You got one job. You ain't like Corey Lee and Uncle Freezy. You ain't got 14 jobs. You got one job. And that job is to be a bucket. And when you stop being a bucket, you out of here. Right? That's what I think we have to, as fans, we have to think about things in the grand scheme of things, right? For instance, Deuce's job is not to keep somebody else's fresh, keep somebody else fresh, right? Deuce's job is to be that scorer off the bench. Is he good at it? In my mind, not as good as he should be.
Right.
If that's your job, you should be averaging 15 and a half, 16 points a game for this team that averages about 120 something points a night or headed that way. Right? That's my thought on and I'm not knocking Deuce per se, because it's hard to put a unit out there and every night somebody is missing off the bench. Every night you come out, somebody, Precious gone, Cam gone, Deuce gone, Mitch gone. It's hard to develop chemistry on the bench when the bench is always missing something.
Mm-hmm.
Right? My thing is go get you a scorer off the bench, and that is his job. Soon as you see him at the table, you know that man gonna put up 7 shots in 4 minutes.
A bogey.
Coach, we need to go get us a Dave Meggett. Coach, you remember Dave Meggett?
Yeah, number 30.
Yeah. Rodney Hampton would have like 49 carries. And when Dave Meggett come on the field, you already know they go run a screen pass. You know what I'm saying? You already know he not
or draw.
Yeah. He not coming in there to pound the rock 3rd and 1 in the snow. Dave Meggett ain't coming to do that. Dave Meggett is coming in there Dave Meggett coming in there 3rd down and 14, right? To fake like he gonna pass block and to try to catch a ball in the flat. That's it.
So Deuce is Dave Meggett.
I wish we had a change of pace on the bench. I wish.
You got it, in a combination, bro. I told you, this dude really made me look at him totally different.
Who?
Campaign.
See, that's what I disagree with y'all, man. I like Campaign and I like Deuce. But those two together should be getting us 20 points a night, and they're not.
They do. They average what?
They do when they play together.
24 points when they're on the court together, yeah. They 24, 24, 25 points a game. Bro, check it out. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I stand corrected if I'm wrong.
They're averaging 20 together, I think. I think Cam's at 8 point something and Deuce is 11 point something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't looked yet.
They're not averaging 20 points a game, bro.
Yeah, but look at their minutes.
I know.
There's been points when they have, though. Am I
right? But now what I'm saying is 20 points per game together. Think about it. They missed a lot of games apart. Like one guy was out, the other guy was healthy. And so one guy is getting all the shots when the other guy is out. What I'm saying is every night on a nightly basis, we need them guys to get at least 20 points a game.
We got to keep them healthy, bro.
They got to stay healthy.
You gotta keep them. You gotta find ways to keep them healthy, man. Because if these guys are getting hurt, just imagine. Lord have mercy. I don't even want. I'm not gonna put. Shut my mouth.
I think if Tyler Kolek got minutes, he can average almost 10 points a game.
If Tyler Kolek can play defense,
I think so too. I think Tyler Kolek has the potential to be 10 points, 4 assists a night. Easy.
Okay.
Because he's averaging 3 points a game with.
I'm gonna step out this part of the conversation.
With only 7 minutes.
It's Mitchell Robinson's fault.
Yeah, but look, see, Corey, you're so obsessed with everyone having to be this.
No, I'm not. Yo, I'm not obsessed with nothing. Yo, I have not said anything, or I've not pushed the narrative. I just said, yo, the young man's defense is suspect, bro, and for what we're trying to do.
Who you talking about?
Y'all feel like you feel like that? Then let me go ahead.
You talking about Kolek?
Yeah.
But we're talking about who went in that second unit, though, where the other guys are above and beyond. He's basically the Brunson of the bench. As far as the defense, you know what I mean? They have to account for him not stopping people like they have to do with Brunson. So I'm not saying he needs to play all the time.
I mean, that's interesting. Okay.
But like when you have him playing with Deuce and then with Precious and Mitch, you got the other guys are defense. You know, it's like no team in the NBA's got all 5 guys that are great on defense on the court at once. Yeah, look, I know he's not a defensive stalwart. Not even close to even suggesting that. All I talked about was I think if he played more, he's a bucket. I think he can make threes when he's given the opportunity to hit them. Same thing with Dottier.
Yep.
I think Dottier had the minutes. That kid can play. But I'm not saying we need to play them. But in games like this, we should be playing them. The games we just had tonight, there's no reason why them kids shouldn't get some minutes, bro.
Okay.
Like, we kept them instead of Daquan Jeffries. Daquan Jeffries played tonight.
Yep.
You mean our guys can't play against a guy y'all cut or got rid of or traded or whatever the hell?
Is this a Tibb conversation or a Knicks fans conversation?
Well, it's Tibbs first.
Okay. Because I'm trying to figure out if you're trying to convince me, or is this like going to a deeper point about maybe we should start questioning Tibbs?
I mean, I know why Tibbs isn't using them because he don't trust them defensively.
Yeah.
But and
that goes for Huck Porter as well.
Yeah, but we also have part of our fan base, part of our fans that are in this Orange Tears network. I don't know if they're dinosaurs like Tibbs too, or they've been brainwashed long enough to think this is the way the NBA is now, where you have to have everyone on the damn court got to be a defensive stalwart. It ain't like that no more. This ain't the 90s Knicks, bro. We ain't holding teams to 88 points a game.
Right.
Like, trust me, I was there. I lived it. My old ass I'm 49. I lived in my prime during the Knicks years.
49. You might be 49 in the chest.
Whatever, bro. I'm 49. March 26, 1975. And I've seen.
I miss 49.
I just the thing is if we have to count on the kids, then our team isn't a championship team. I'm not saying we got to count on them, but there's moments like this when we're shorthanded, and there's moments like this when we play teams like this and we're up by 20 halfway through the second half. Why not play them?
Why not play him, bro? Even in spot minutes, bro.
Yeah.
Let him touch the floor.
You know, it ain't gonna hurt at all. But no, let's just put extra mileage on our starters when all of a sudden game 6 in the second round against Cleveland, OG Anunoby's got a tendonitis in his left knee because he's been playing too many minutes. You know, bro, I'm sorry. I'm just being realistic.
Okay.
So, and I get the short leash he has with some guys and blah blah blah. I know, I understand that. You know, I've been a coach before.
I was told that the adjustment would come after 20 games.
The adjustment to what?
I'm not for sure. See, there have been people telling us after 20 games we'll see the adjustment, and I just haven't seen it yet.
No one's complaining. My only complaint, and this ain't even, is just Tibbs minutes on starters on wins. I'm ecstatic with. I'm way above. I'm above 99.9% of the people in this chat on the potential and where we're at.
Right.
This is a championship level team to me. We've shown it.
Yeah.
Y'all, some of y'all are poo-pooing on the defense. I see it. We're gonna be fine. But I agree with Miguel P. We shouldn't be running these playoff level rotations and minutes in November and December. Well, if he doesn't know what he's got by now with the starters, come on, bro.
Okay.
The thing is, he's not happy. Like Tibbs is so fixated on the defensive side of the ball. he thinks our starters have so much work to do still defensively. That's why he's leaving them all in there. Because he's like leaving them in there until they finally become what he thinks they should be on defense. But he's not seeing what the hell we're doing on offense. I don't know, man. What the hell is he? But you can't leave these dudes in the game so much. It's going to hurt. It'll eventually hurt us. I'm trying not to put it out there. I really don't want to. But we're sitting there saying it halfway to 3/4 of the way into the game. What is this man doing?
He's a lunatic.
Like, Tibbs has got this guy. When I'm sitting here and I see Precious about to check in, I'm like, oh, nice. He's coming in for McHale. Nope. Came in for OG or Josh Hart, who would, they need a break too, but dude, it's not even come out yet.
Tibbs is wilding, bro. And for the record, I support Tibbs.
Yeah, I'm fine with all those X's and O's, really.
Yeah.
That's the only part that's weird to me.
Like, what are we doing, Tibbs?
I don't understand the logic. Like, you can help. Like, some of y'all convince me. Otherwise, I'm here for it.
Me too.
Help me understand it, please. I'm open to it. I really am.
Lee, what's going on?
My man's still tinkering, man. And somebody needs to sit his ass down, possibly. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not the coach. I'm not on their staff. You know what I'm saying? I think Dice mad at Brunson's daddy because he got the backup job. So who knows? Who knows?
I'm trying to figure.
There can't be that many grown ass men who are ex players. Some of them ex coaches, Maurice Cheeks, and like some of them, Bryant, Brunson, all these assistants they got on his staff, bro. They ain't up in his ear. Like, bro, who are you playing right now?
Right.
It can't be that many. That's another thing. The basketball, you got all them damn coaches. What in the hell good are any of them? But they ain't got to say. I mean, I don't know, man. I know a lot of them are.
And maybe that's why Johnny Bryant left.
Yeah, maybe a lot of them are development coaches and they're practice coaches. I get all that. You know,
bro.
Film jockeys. But bro, I couldn't sit there for more than. I'd be sitting there around the 6-7 minute mark of the first quarter, be like, "Hey, Tom,
right,
look at your little paper there where you got your handwriting on that folded up piece of paper you got."
Yeah, like Tibbs, what are we doing? You know what I mean?
That bro he's got his stone tablet. He's looking at.
That man said stone tablet.
He probably looked down and realized, oh shit, I forgot to put in. I got to sub out Mikal Bridges.
Tim's probably looking at that thing like, oh shit, there's a pepperoni. He probably got dry pizza on it, bro. Because he probably sleep with it, bro.
Is Tibbs even married? Does he have kids?
He married to the game, bro.
Bro, that dude.
Yeah, man.
Someone got to get Tibbs some booty.
Or something, bro. He's like, Tibbs, what are we doing out here? You know what I'm saying? But it's one of those things where I think it's a thin line between these guys really enjoying playing with each other and not thinking about consequences and repercussions. And Tom Thibodeau, I think the dude just enjoys winning, and whatever it takes to win, he's gonna do that night. I don't think he's thinking long term.
Well,
I think for him, it's the Super Bowl every night, basically.
Well, it reminds me of Tibbs hopped in a Tesla and he forgot to charge that thing, bro. He just ran that thing,
in the ground.
He's gonna run the juice out of that. Say, oh man, the closest charging spot's like 32 miles away.
Right.
That's funny.
Right.
That's funny. I was thinking about more so like a PlayStation controller. Like,
yeah, man. Like, Tibbs, what are you doing?
I'm gonna do all this new toy. Because I did that. Because when I do a car rental now, I use that Turo.
Yeah.
Service.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Airbnb for cars.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Bro, that's the way to go, first of all. Second of all, I got me a Tesla the last time I went to my son's game.
Right.
I can see why people get hooked on them things, bro. It was nice. I ain't gonna lie. But you can get caught up and forget, like, that car drives itself and stuff, it does all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
You start getting spoiled by it. The next thing you know, you gotta charge it.
Yeah.
That's why I don't want them to run the batteries out of these dudes, bro.
Hey, man, I can't help it, bro.
I mean, I know it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. All those damn sayings, But this ain't 2K, bro. You can't just turn off fatigue.
Right.
Right. and leave your best five out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I mean, if that was the case, we'd be Gucci, bro. But we all know in the playoffs, that 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th guy, bro. Sometimes that's the difference between winning and losing, bro.
Right.
Everyone's starters are good at that moment.
Right.
In them series.
Right.
Now, are ours better than most? Hell yeah.
Right.
But we need them to be the best starting 5 in the 4th quarter, though.
Right.
That's when it really matters.
And be healthy come March.
Exactly.
Come April. Hey, Lee, what do you think Mitch's impact will be when he comes back? Just asking.
I don't know yet.
Dang. Dre, you gonna cut Lee off like that, bro? Thought we was family.
Of course he is. I'm gonna set up now.
Sure.
Coach, that's what we doing now. We just cutting people. We just kicking in the door with people intros or whatever. Just starts
waving a 4-4.
What are we doing? We going all Chris Jericho out here. That's what we doing.
That's what I'm gonna call him, Chris Jericho Sims.
Oh
Chris
my God.
Jericho Sims. Yeah.
The walls of Jericho.
Yeah.
I bet you Chris Jericho can catch a basketball better than Jericho Sims can.
Oh my God. I can't get it out my head. That man took off to jump and he realized he was jumping directly under the rim and didn't know where he was.
Oh my God.
He could have just did a reverse dunk. We see OG do it all the time. This man
pass was so good too, bro.
That man tried to jump at 360 in the under the rim for a layup. He ain't even dunk it.
One thing I did notice in that game, and this ain't a complaint, I'm obviously happy we won, but man, we cannot finish contested layups and dunks.
Nah.
It's weird.
Yeah, that's a strange feeling, bro.
I
mean, agree with you, Coach.
We couldn't do it before.
Especially OG.
We couldn't do it before. It was just we had someone directly under the rim to come collect those missed attempts from RJ and Randall.
Right.
Luckily, a lot of the ones we've been having were some Angel Reese situations.
Oh my God!
We put them back in.
Freezy need to show that clip of RJ throwing up layups.
Oh, RJ at the rim, bro. Oh my God. Oh my God, bro. Yeah. Oh.
I mean, I just saw the statistic. We shooting 50, 40, 85 as a team.
I know.
That doesn't even make sense. And McCall hasn't even played well relative to what he can do.
Relative to what he can, yeah. Yeah.
So
that's what RJ stands for, rim job.
It's a family.
That's what we did.
Coach.
No, I'm talking about with the basket. You went there. His layups are rim jobs.
Yo, man, y'all are wrong as F for that, man.
It's after midnight. Good.
Don't say y'all, man. That was all Coach.
Midnight.
You start
little hangout.
And then before you make it. Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Thriller.
Darkness falls across the land.
I'm starting to agree with Freezy more though. I think we're just missing one specific type of player, and they're just hard to get. So we need one wing that can play make a little bit. Doesn't have to be damn Magic Johnson. You just got to be a guy that you can trust to initiate a set and get you into some actions.
It looked like he can dribble more than 4 dribbles without bouncing off his own foot.
Yeah, basically. We just need one of those guys at around 6'7", so Tibbs doesn't run everyone into the ground.
Pretty much.
The thing I did like tonight, Mikal had what 6 assists in the first half.
He had 7
in the and for the game or for the first half.
I think in the first half. But he
Yeah,
was around there, yeah, 6 or 7 though.
yeah. I think we gave him a little bit more on more responsibility to play make, and he showed the ability to do so. But uh, you're gonna get assists if you're shooting as well as we do, naturally.
Yeah.
So I do like what he was doing, but Tim's got to relax, man. It's a it's a game in December against without a LaMelo Ball Hornets team, and that man played 47.
Would you take on Cody Martin?
Yes.
I do like Cody Martin,
but not in that role though. I like him, but not in that role.
Yeah.
as what like. I mean, he doesn't have to be a main distributor. He could just be a guy that can make a high IQ pass within the flow of an offense.
I like him as an energetic wing. But when Kev McCullough get back, I'm thinking
Kevin McCullough is an energetic wing right now.
yeah.
He, if he was allowed to play on the
You
court,
talk about somebody coming back at the King holiday, man. We might not see Sun till next year, bro.
Well,
You're right.
yeah, no, you might not see him till next year, even if he is healthy.
Yeah, because absolutely, Core. Because I mean, but I will say this: if he could play on one leg, he'd be an energetic wing on one leg.
Yeah,
He'll hop around on that one leg. But
yeah,
yeah, just because he's a rookie, I don't think he's going to be a guy Tibbs is going to rely upon. Anyway,
right.
I think we're going to develop him, Kevin McCullough, and Pacom Dadier to be the wings of the future
Yeah,
coming off the bench, but they're not going to be relied upon right now. That's part of the reason. That's part of the reason why I was like, our window is open and is going to be open for the next 3-4 years because those guys are coming down the pipeline, and them just existing and growing are going to make us naturally better because we're title contenders right now. We're going to be overwhelming favorites at one point.
yeah,
We're just title contenders right now off straight talent, and like we're trying to acquire chemistry.
right.
But when the chemistry's all the way down the line, like when you look at like the Cavs and they come out to this nice start, that unit's been together for 3 years.
Dre,
Yeah.
say it one more time for me, please. What
That
did you
unit,
just say right now?
that Cavs
Your
unit has
first.
been together for 3 years. As Celtics
Yes,
unit in terms of
no,
our
not about the Cavs. What's about you said about us?
our chemistry in terms of being like overwhelming favorites, that's coming down
Yeah.
the line. We contenders right now, but when you acquire like all this talent in their prime, the chemistry will put you over the top. Learning how to play with together will put you over the top. And offensively, we're just extremely potent right now. And I'm just wondering, like over the last 10 games, our offensive rating is like 127. The NBA record was 123 last year.
Mm,
I don't, I don't, I don't, I don't, I don't understand. This talent
And
just fits so seamlessly that they can like perform at a high level. But when the chemistry develops, I'm not even sure what you're supposed to do to guard this team.
Yo,
and
but I'm
I
gonna say this. Oh, go ahead, bro.
no, so I already think as far as personality wise, they're already got great
Gelling.
chemistry.
I never seen OG smile in public that many times.
yeah.
That man was cheesing 2-3 times mid game.
Yo,
When he
and,
came when he came here, he was just cheesing. He was just blank faced the entire time, even through the playoffs.
yeah,
I think the thing that gets lost in this, I think guys like Cat is like the bridge for guys. Like if you look at the chemistry for the Wolves, I think Cat was like the bridge that helped Ant and Rudy Gobert get along, and then once you see him leave, like their chemistry is kind of funky right now. I think Cat is like beyond being a glue guy on the court and him making things work for us. I think he's a great character glue guy and guy for the locker room. I think that's part of the reason why we even made the trade to begin with, because he just fits with the identity of the team.
right.
Not to say that Randall didn't get along with guys, but you just knew his personality style was just like sometimes he don't care.
Yeah,
But
you can't have too many Jalen Brunson type personality type dudes. Like Brunson's
alpha males. You can't.
No. I'm talking about like not in that sense, Lee. I'm talking about like dudes that are not outwardly. You can't have Brunson not talking, OG not talking, Randall not talking. You know what I'm saying? Having RJ not like that. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, when we saw Quickly bouncing up and down the court, we were like, "Yo, we losing by 10, man. What you excited about?"
yeah, he
Maybe
was like
he's
the
just
only one. Yeah.
passionate about his game. You
And
know?
you watch in mid game when Cat sees his teammate grab a rebound, he's like clapping his hands, going, "Yeah!" I don't know if
Right.
you picked it up. Like there was at one point when I think Hart got a rebound, he was like screaming that he got a rebound, kind of like how Melo does.
Yeah.
And Cat just stared at him, and started clapping at him.
Yeah.
I think some guys you need to mesh the personalities on the team together. I think
Yeah.
Cat is one of those types of guys. Because from besides Jimmy Butler, I don't. Everybody's he's been beloved as a teammate
Yeah.
from what I've seen. Anyway,
Yeah.
but the chemistry part. And I wanted to point out. I don't know if you talked about it yet, but I saw a lineup out there where it was Deuce, McCall, Precious, OG, and Hart, and they switched damn near everything seamlessly.
Yes.
Like
Yes,
they
sir. I pay attention to that. I pay attention. Yep.
and and that looked like a lineup. If you wanted to take Brunson out the game, teams are just not going to score on that. Not easily. They just switched everything like they've been doing it for weeks. And Precious just got here, just got back anyway. So it's something I'm looking forward to seeing, especially in lineups when we go against teams that want to play small ball
Right.
and try to get up shots. They're not going to get any easy looks.
Right.
It's a lot to like, and I do love that we have like we're in a softer part of the schedule, so you can work out the kinks while building your identity
Right.
and win games. And then by the time you get to the new year and we going against some good teams, we're gonna see OKC, I believe the third in January, and like another team before the Jazz that we had trouble with on the first, I believe.
Okay.
So we're gonna have opportunity to build
Oh,
our
we're gonna punish the Jazz when they come to New York.
oh,
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 oh yeah. And thing I noticed too, like our rating, our net rating in New York is like a plus 15 or something like that. Like we typically stomp teams in New York. And before this last home stretch, we played the least home games in the league at that time. We had played like 9
Yeah,
home
that's what I was
games.
saying.
Yeah, so this home cooking against softer
Well,
schedule it should be
well,
beneficial to
this
padding and getting chemistry.
this month, the only winning teams we can play, well, besides in the cup games, but the ones that are scheduled were Orlando twice. The rest are all losing teams.
It was supposed to be the Spurs, but they had lost tonight. But Wemby didn't
Yeah,
play, so
and
we'll see.
then to piggyback on that, we come out of December with a nice run. January, 11 of our 15 games are at home in January.
We might get January Knicks basketball on top of this December run.
Yeah, so
We might be 20 games over 500 in February. Get here, bro.
well, telling you,
Yeah. And like thinking about it, not to get too ahead of ourselves, we thought we had like a rough stretch. We take care of business these next 2 games. You're gonna be 16-8.
I'm gonna hold you to this, calculator man.
If we take care of business like we know we can,
Wait, Dre part of the calculator posse?
I've been part of the calculator,
Oh,
the
god.
calculator committee. You got to say it like that.
Oh my god, bro. Hey, you an anti-hero, bro? You Deadpool?
I don't know if you heard Dre.
I'm Walter White, man.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Touche.
I was looking up the last 10 games are we're we're top 14 in defensive rating.
Yep. And that was without Precious into the fold.
Yeah. And last 6, we're 8th.
So we're developing chemistry. I think the thing that I mentioned before, that the thing that comes with time is like between the players that we have on the court, or like in our starting lineup, the 3 wings we do have, they're switchable, but you have to figure out the chemistry because in certain actions you don't want to switch with Cat, but it takes like a certain level of chemistry and ESP. Like without even thinking, they know what to do, and you don't pick that up in basically 7 weeks.
Listen to this. The last 4 games, this 4 games we just won in MSG, we're number 2 in defensive rating. Last 4 games, 101.6.
So the capability is within the team, and Tibbs is going to work tirelessly to figure it out. But it's kind of funny at this pace, like a Tom Thibodeau coach team is going to be one of the best offenses in NBA history. Would you have ever guessed that? I wouldn't have guessed that.
No.
Not even with the talent.
No.
I assumed we were going to be a top 5 offensive team. Naturally with the talent, I didn't assume we were going to.
That's why I was jokingly saying, but I think it's almost kind of true. Like Tibbs, it almost seems like, well, number one, I don't remember seeing him look up at the scoreboard ever.
He coaches, yeah. He's process oriented, not result oriented.
Like I think he looks at everything through defensive tinted glasses so much that he's sitting here having these starters trying to play together so much until their defense is better.
He's trying to work out the kinks like well ahead of time.
but the fly in the ointment to that strategy is the Knicks rarely play close games.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right. So either we're blowing the brakes off somebody, or we didn't show up, and somebody's blowing the brakes off us. So what are you really gaining in these blowout situations?
I think the thing that you maybe contextually in the games, especially the fourth quarter where we just let go of the rope, but process wise, like the first 1, 2, 3 quarters of the game, I think Tibbs is more about how we get to our end. Like he's about the process, he's about execution, and he wants to execute the same way at the starts of games, whether it's at the start of the game, middle of the game, or at the end of the game. And if you're executing in a way that he sees that he likes, he's cool with it. If we're executing the way we are, it's going to naturally be blowouts. And then the human element is like you're going to take the foot off the gas in the fourth quarter. But I think we execute the same way through the first 3 quarters, unless our shot isn't falling, which, I mean, it happens. Even the game that we lost against Utah, like our process offensively was ideal. We just didn't make, like Cat was airballing open threes. Like sometimes it's just a make or miss league, and that night it was just a miss we were missing, in my opinion.
Oh, okay.
The defense was trash, bro.
I don't think it wasn't trash. We got out rebounded. That was the issue. And when you're not making shots and you're going against a team with 3 bigs, you're gonna get out rebounded. That man, they had that man, Laurie Markkinen was making how many contested threes that night? One of the worst 3-point shooting teams in the league was hitting threes that night, and we couldn't hit a shot.
Bro, I get it. I watched the game. I watched it more than once, so
yeah,
I get it. I get it,
I
but
understand.
still,
Like at points, we did have breakdowns, absolutely. But to me, even with the breakdowns, if we were hitting even at 80% of what we're capable of, we would probably still win that game. We just didn't make shots. We had a terrible
so
shot.
Mr. Calculator Man, let me ask you a question. Then. How do we do that and come back from them type of situation?
Well, you're gonna like this answer, but when you're in a scenario where you're going against a team with jumbo big lineups and you're not making your shots, you can play guys like Precious and Mitch a little bit more because they'll help you on the glass and help mitigate the possession battle and help you get back into the game. And nights you don't have your shot, and nights that we don't have our shot are it's probably going to be maybe 4 or 5 nights a year where we just don't have our shot.
Okay.
And you can pivot to that. It's good to have something to break in case of emergency, but I think our identity is like we're gonna have an extremely potent offense 9 times out of 10.
Okay.
And in a 7-game series, you're not gonna shut down this offense.
Right.
So you better figure out a way to get yours offensively against this. But I understand the thing like that you have to have a pivot. You got to be able to win in multiple ways. But when you have a historically great offense, sometimes it's good to just lean on it. Sometimes it's just if you have a historically great offense, that's got to be part of your identity. And sometimes it just doesn't go your way. It's 82 games, you can't win them all. I'd like to win them all, but you can't win them all. They get paid over there too.
They get paid over there too, bro.
Lord knows I want to win 82 games, but I already know that's impossible.
But if you look at the steps that it takes to get to the NBA, coaching wise, player wise, even on the terrible teams, them dudes getting paid millions of dollars to try to figure it out.
Yeah.
And sometimes they figure it out that night, and sometimes you don't have the answer.
Is AEIOU, bro?
Yep.
And sometimes why?
Oh my God. Yo, you are the craziest.
Bro. Right?
My man. Take us back to the disco.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Studio 54 for all you people who like that type of game.
Huge. Yep. Coach, that's what it is.
Huh?
It's AEIOU. And sometimes why? Yeah, that's just what it is. Like no matter how except after C, right? Bro, what I'm saying is like what Dre saying, bro, is the Utah Jazz game, bro. You gotta throw that game out the window, bro, because no matter how good every team is gonna lose, and sometimes you're just gonna lose, and it's gonna be so unexpected, right? You're like, damn, we lost to the Jazz. Now, I'll give an example. Losing to the Dallas Mavericks, I didn't expect that, but the Dallas Mavericks were in the Western Conference Finals. I mean, the NBA Finals. So when you look at that loss, you're like, okay, this team is good. They have pieces to be a great team. But the Jazz on a Saturday afternoon in Utah,
a 5 o'clock game.
Yeah, you like
just flew in.
After the game, you like, okay, this was the trap game. We thought
we thought coming into it,
Charlotte. We thought Charlotte was going to be the trap game, right? Because you come off the trip and then you in Charlotte, and you like, oh, we done made it back to the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? They might be flat, whatever. That wound up being the game. We get on track.
That might be the wake up call type game where it's just like we got to get our stuff together. And that's typically, if you look across even all sports, except for maybe football, the getaway game is always the toughest.
Yeah. Excuse me.
That last game on a road trip where you've been gone for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Historically for us, the Knicks, we always lay an egg in that one.
Yeah. A lot of teams too, though.
So what with the cup games, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do the teams that lost, like they have their own little rotation of teams that played based on who wins and loses these games?
Yeah. There's like 2 games that are to be determined in that span, and they basically arrange them to play whoever didn't make it.
Right.
So like if we go into it and we lose like the first tourney game, hypothetically speaking, they're gonna give us another game against somebody else that didn't make the tourney.
Right. Ooh, I just get Boston.
Like we played Boston and we played Boston and the Bucks 5 times a piece last year.
Yeah.
It still won 50 games. So
no, but yeah, like I said, like our what we were talking about this December schedule, even with the cut play, bro, I was kind of messing about a little bit when I said it, but bro, we can go undefeated in December, bro.
I think we're gonna rattle off some wins. I think we got double-digit wins. I don't know if we can go undefeated. It's just hard to do.
We already got. Well, I guess the Charlotte one was November, but so we already got 3. The first, third, and the fifth.
I was checking in on We Talk Hawks family over there, and they had just beaten, I believe, who did just the Bucks. The Bucks were on like a 6 or 7 game win streak, and they had beaten them over there. They're confident. They think they're gonna come to New York and spank us.
I know. Yeah.
They have some talent though. I'm not gonna lie to you. They have a bunch of wings. Wings
Like
everywhere.
we got
They're long. Pause.
We got Detroit on Saturday. You should win that one, obviously.
Should.
And we got
But they're competent. They're competent this year. So if you don't play up to a standard, they can come in there and beat you.
Then Toronto on Tuesday.
Same thing.
Toronto's like in every game they got blown out tonight by OKC,
Right.
but they've been extremely competitive. They just don't know how to close games out.
They need a point guard, bro. Bad.
They need Quickly. He hasn't played.
Right.
Yeah, he's hurt.
They've been like split in the playmaking duties between Scotty Barnes and RJ.
Yeah.
And it's hit or miss on a night to night. But they're
Scotty
effective
Barnes.
offensively, but their defense isn't that great.
Scotty Barnes is whack.
Nah, Scotty Barnes is a good player. He's a very good player.
Yeah.
Mm.
That man is averaging like 27 and 6 or something like that. Like he's a good player.
Yeah, he okay.
So you get 7 more shots. You're right.
I know, but he's efficient. He's just not throwing up stuff to throw him up.
No,
He's a good little player. A good little player. He made an All-Star game last year.
He all right.
He ain't something that's supposed to stop us from winning games.
I mean, he ain't worth us having a conversation about him.
Absolutely.
Thank you. With that hairline, bro. Seriously.
Yeah.
Did Scotty Barnes come back?
Yeah, he's back.
Yeah, he's back.
He had
So OG is gonna defend him.
I don't.
Or maybe McHale.
I wouldn't put McHale. He's too strong.
Josh Hart will guard him out front on the perimeter, and if he's making his way to the rim, then we'll double him en route to the rim.
See OG bully RJ.
Yeah.
The RJ, it don't matter who it is against RJ. Even when OG was on the Raptors, RJ was still hell bent to get into the rim. Even if it was a terrible shot, he's trying to get to the rim.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible to him. Right? It wasn't terrible to RJ, bro.
He's playing good basketball over there. He's
Rim
up and
job
down.
Barrett.
He's playing solid basketball over there. Like they're playing solid basketball in terms of just scoring or individual play. I don't know if they're necessarily making each other better. But they know how to they know how to isolate real well.
Right.
Oh, I saw parts of the OKC game.
Jakob Poeltl's going to have a 2020 game.
Yeah, we got to keep him off the glass.
Yeah.
Not to say he really will have a 2020 game, but he's a good player. He's a solid enough player. Like I said before, these guys get paid millions. He's getting $20 million a year, and he's been putting up numbers this year.
That man would be our 9th man, bro.
I mean, he would be our 9th man, but he's still a good player. That just means our team is very good.
Yeah, he all right. He all right. I don't think he not gonna set the world on fire or nothing. He okay.
Yeah.
Like I don't think Jokic is doing extra reps in the offseason.
Think about Jakob Poeltl.
Thinking about Jakob Poeltl. Yeah. He not doing extra reps. Like he not like Jokic is not gonna turn down hamburgers for a salad just because he had a thought about Poeltl. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of Jokic, Cat had passed Jokic in rebounds per game. I believe he's leading the league in rebounds.
Mitch ever did that? I'm asking, bro.
No,
you see how you gotta try to start some ish every 10 seconds. You're right, man. You're right.
He ain't putting rocks in shoes. He dropping a boulder in your foot.
Yeah, man. Why not? Because to me, I think we should just appreciate it. It should be about appreciation, bro.
Bro, I've appreciated every bit of this.
You ever heard Dedication by Earth, Wind, and Fire?
People that are soft, are they able to lead the lead in rebounds?
No, you can't be both. You can't be both, bro. You can't be soft and grab rebounds, bro.
You don't be getting soft rebounds either. He be in traffic grabbing with two hands.
Right, and being held. Coach, I'm gonna break some news, Coach. Carl Anthony Towns don't get the whistle, bro.
Bro, it's bad.
It's at epidemic levels now, bro.
There's something to it, bro. It really is. But
you drive straight line to the rim. People dragging all on him, and they don't call nothing.
Right.
Yes, Cat is leading the league in rebounds. 13.1.
Bro, Mitch ever led the league in rebounds, bro?
He's never averaged 10.
Well, Mitch led the league in offensive rebounds.
Well, when your team shoots so bad, there's a lot more opportunities.
Very true.
And when you are the one,
the Raptors lead the league in offensive rebounds.
They shoot terribly.
Yeah.
And a lot of those offensive rebounds coming off RJ Bricks. So
RJ Bricks, bro.
But like to Treasy's point, like when you're kind of like an offensive liability and you're clogging up the paint, your teammates going to the paint looking for a layup and they missing layups because your man coming over to block them.
Right.
And then
bro,
I
was at the King game. Oh, Coach, I'll tell you what game it was. So we were probably about hand to the man. We were probably about 30 or 40 rows up. We didn't get good tickets. Mm-hmm. We was at the King Day game of January. It was like 4 years ago. 3 years ago. Might have been 3 years ago. And it was the game where I think it was the King Day game. Might have been 4 years ago. I can't remember. But anyway, it might not have been the King Day game, but it was the game where everybody on the Washington Wizards was in Grimes' face, talking about how he a chump. Bro, I was so mad, bro. I almost threw a Bud Light all the way on the floor, but you know, Bud Lights cost $20, bro. You ain't about to throw no $20 on the floor. But anyways, the reason why I bring that game up is because I think that was the game where Mitchell Robinson took like 9 shots at point blank, and that man finished with 4 points. And I know that's one game. Bro.
Yeah, the Nerlens Noel special.
Bro, volleyball, Angel Reese.
Oh my God.
Yo, I had 20 and 20. It's because you missed 19 shots. You got your own rebound.
Who do you think has more offensive boards? Cat or Bam Adebayo?
Cat. I like this game, Coach. Keep going. I like this game.
Who has more offensive boards? Cat or Anthony Davis?
Cat. Keep going, bro. We like this.
Jared Allen.
Cat.
Beef stew.
Cat.
That's a hard one. Cat.
Yep.
bro.
I mean,
yeah,
he
man.
actually stepped his game up. His rebound rate is the highest it's ever been in his career.
He's tied with Walker Kessler, and he has 5 less than Jokic and Sabonis.
Oh wow.
But
we miss hell of a lot more shots than those teams miss.
Yeah,
I mean, we make more shots than those teams.
Zubac is leading the league in offensive boards.
And they are a poor shooting team.
Jakob Podol second.
Poor shooting team.
Clint Capella's third.
Mediocre shooting team.
Diabetes is fourth.
Diabate.
Yeah, he's 78. He's fourth in the league. He barely even plays.
He has more offensive rebounds than defensive rebounds.
Yeah,
that's crazy, bro.
Yves Misi is
that Freezy's guy right there.
I like him, bro.
I mean, look at these guys.
Nothing against Huck Party, but that's the guy. I never heard of Huck Party.
That's just,
to be honest.
Like, yes, offensive boards are important, but it's one of those goalpost moving stats that people try to latch on to Mitch and add value to him.
Coach, you know what the weirdest goalpost moving stat ever?
Oh my
Frank
God!
Ntilikina.
Say it.
Frank Ntilikina led the NBA in
Come on, man. Stop, yo, man. Man,
right?
Yo, this is gonna be like the last hour. We're gonna just like keep kicking this man in his head, yo,
Frank?
and telling us no. Frank. I'm talking about Mitch, man. It's like y'all sitting here just like finding a way to like, boom. I'm gonna bust him in the head right over here. Hold on, no. This is another reason we gotta get rid of him. Boom. Bust him over the head like he ain't did shit for us, yo. Come on, now. That's not right.
I'm just talking up the guy that the son of a Mitches are trying to.
Y'all trying to build that man an altar.
No, they're trying to replace. They're trying to steal Cat's starting center spot, bro.
Nah, man, yo, y'all just jumping out the window and just totally de-appreciating everything he fucking did for us, and that's not cool.
I don't.
Look,
I don't. I seen that man play. I seen that man play live too many times. To me, Mitchell Robinson is a second round pick role player that got in the starting lineup because the Knicks were a rebuilding team, and once the Knicks got good, guys like that don't hang around. No disrespect to Mitch because he's a great person, I think. Right, but
Cat is literally in the MVP conversation, and they're trying to take him out of his position.
Let me just say this thing real quick about the moving the goalpost real quick before I forget. Right. Frank Ntilikina fans used to say Frank Ntilikina led the NBA in corner 3-point percentage, right? They were like, but Frank lead the league in corner 3-point percentage, right? Guess what his usage was? Dre, his percentage was 2 for 4. Yeah. And he led the NBA at 50%. And the cats were on Twitter. Cats were on Twitter talking about Frank shoot 50% from corner 3. Now, did he shoot 50% from corner 3? Yes. Right? 1 from 2 in one corner and 1 of 2 in the other corner. Right? And cats legit are talking about, man, all he got to do is build on that. Frank just need more opportunities. No, bro, he don't need no more opportunities for what? That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to be. I like Mitch, bro. I like Mitch. What I don't like though is every time we have a conversation, people are telling, and not just here, everybody. I'm talking about in general. Like on my phone, legit on my phone, people are telling me that like they don't know why I don't like the idea of Cat at the 4. And I'm like, well, who gonna be at the 5? Joel Embiid? Is Embiid gonna be at the 5 or Jokic?
Jokic.
They talking about no, Mitch gonna be at the 5. It's back there. You may as well have kept Randall. You may as well have kept RJ.
That's like saying, oh yeah, Mitch is going to Denver and Jokic is going to go to the 4.
Yeah, put Jokic at the 4 because Mitch there. Nah, bro. I like Mitch, but bro, we've been waiting 7 years for a jump hook, bro.
Like, you have someone who literally is a superhero at a position. and you're gonna take away some his superpowers, so some marginal.
You put Mitch out there and all the minutes Cat doesn't play, and if there's a situational lineup where we might need to go double big, then you consider it. But outside of that, you're not going out your way to make that a thing.
Oh, I'm not discrediting Mitch's value. Like, he's definitely gonna help us.
He makes us better by being on the team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
I'm discrediting his. Yeah, I am.
But moving Cat to the 4 so he can start. Stop it.
Man, get out of here.
People saying he should start.
Yes.
Y'all ever notice every time the Knicks bring in a big, Mitch loses his job? Nobody else noticed that. Every time the Knicks bring in a big, Mitchell Robinson,
Sherwin, those are two guys that always say it.
Nerlens Noel came in when
Jerry Fritz says it all the time too. I mean, not Jerry. Fritz Alcindor says Cat's a 4.
Yeah, every time, bro. Every time the Knicks bring in a center, Mitch loses his job. And then we out here like, nah, Mitch the GOAT. What? Mitch lost his job to Nerlens Noel. Y'all remember that?
I'm hoping we can turn Huck Porty into a semblance of what Mitch can give us at 1/5 of the Mitch price.
He shouldn't chill. He's spitting facts, bro. We're tired of just pandering to people that hold on.
We got the second best offense in NBA history, and we talking about
We talking about disturbing that groove just so that our heartstring can be. Nah, bro. Even, bro, you know what? I tell you how.
You know what's so funny? I didn't even bring it up, bro.
Even when y'all be having the Pacom Dadier conversation,
Cord did not bring it up.
When y'all be like, "Yo, Dadier need to play. Dadier need to play," I'll be like, "Nah, yo, chill, right?" Dadier is a dude that's 2 years away. Any minutes that he get this year would just be like on the job training for what's coming down the road in 2 years, right? Even I know that, and I knew Pacom Dadier that's low freezy, right? Right.
If anything, he's ahead of schedule, but he's still not ready.
But in terms of the conversation, though, even I'll admit that Pacom Dadier is not ready to be a full-time rotational player.
Yeah.
Right. But the Mitch fans are like, nah, bro. Mitch got to start and Mitch got to get touches. Mitch got to get touches.
The thing is, and to piggyback on what you're saying, like the same thing with Pacom Dadier and any of the young dudes.
Right.
I'm not pushing for or pandering for any of them to be rotational guys at all. I'm just talking about let them get a little run in games like we just had.
Yeah.
Give guys a blow when it's out of hand already.
Yeah. That's when you use them dudes.
You ain't got when things get out of hand, you ain't got to give them handles, light them up, blow them out like candles. You just want them dudes to get on the floor and get some cardio, some NBA minutes.
Yeah.
And run that clock, make it a running clock at that point.
Yeah.
Let Josh and OG and Mikhail get 10 or 15 physical real life minutes break.
When you up 28 in the NFL in the fourth quarter, that backup quarterback needs to get that arm ready.
Not for the Bears, bro. Not for the Bears.
Oh, because you think Beige gonna take that job?
Not the Bears. The Bears are gonna run 7 stupid plays in a row. The Bears are gonna run speed option with the number 1 pick in the draft.
Shout out to Eberflus.
Oh yeah, wherever he's at, bro.
That man somewhere relaxing, counting them paychecks.
It's all about the Benjamins. What?
Yo, y'all fired him already?
Oh, he's gone.
He's been gone.
Him and Daniel together somewhere.
Man,
they fired that man like the next day after they
they're somewhere warm sipping margaritas.
Yeah.
My ties.
They getting reservations for Dayball and Ulbrich.
Oh my God.
Hey man, Joe, you already know.
Yeah, man.
Dayball gonna be the next Chicago head coach.
Nah, bro. Nope. Dre, guess who the rumor is that they talking about bringing in to run the defense? Take a wild guess.
To run the defense?
To run the defense.
If I had to guess Aaron Glenn, I don't know.
No.
Who?
He runs a stack 4-3 defense.
Oh man, I already know who you're talking about. Oh boy from Tennessee.
Nope. He run a 3-4. They run a hybrid. I'm sorry. They run the Patriot hybrid.
Got me beat, Freezy.
All like a
Chicago talking about bringing in Robert Saleh.
Wow.
I mean, he can operate a good defense. It's just he doesn't know how to do anything else. So you better have your corners ready because he runs that cover 3 almost exclusively, and he's not moving them corners. They're gonna stay on one side the entire game.
Yeah. No.
Hey, Freezy.
Yo. Yes, sir.
I want to give you credit for being the first to say it. I remember we were having a preseason game show. You talking about Cat in the MVP conversation.
Yeah, okay.
It's looking that way.
Bro, it's got to be either or. Either or.
Between him and Brunson?
Either or what?
I know. I mean, because Brunson, if he keeps
Brunson or Cats.
If he's keeping us up with the assists, too.
Brunson scored 24 points in 27 minutes on 8 shot attempts.
Hey, no disrespect to Jalen Brunson, right? But Brunson is never winning the MVP, bro. Brunson is never going to be a top 5 MVP candidate.
He was last year.
Not in this era of the NBA.
Oh, okay.
And it has nothing to do with Jalen Brunson's talent.
Steve Nash ruined it.
Yeah, bro, in this era where every team has an elite league guard putting up numbers, it's hard to distinguish what numbers mean something and what numbers are empty. Right. Look at what James Harden doing right now, bro.
Shout out to Dame Lillard.
Bro, even some of the marginal point guards are just
Tyler Hero averaging 23 points.
Throwing up shots, bro.
Right.
They're just the offensive flow and efficiency of the teams now. It's made for point guards to just go off.
You have to there's no statistical stat that counts for like intangibles.
A 20+ point scoring point guard nowadays is like the 4,000-yard QB.
Yeah, it's like a slot receiver.
It's nothing now.
Everybody got him.
Like QB, all the QB records are just going to keep falling.
And no disrespect to Brunson, coach, because Brunson, his numbers actually mean something. But when you compare him to Cade Cunningham, right, you're like, well, damn, Cade put up big numbers for a team that's trash.
Yeah.
And his assist totals are better.
Yeah.
But
now his shooting numbers are worse. But if you're just going on the surface level counting numbers, then.
But it also like they don't count for intangibles and contextual stuff. Like Cade is a turnover machine.
Cat's number 5 in player efficiency.
And wow, coach. What I was gonna say to you is Cat numbers like that, and the fact that Cat will do stuff that pops during the game. Like when Jalen Brunson steps into a 3, you're like, okay, he done hit 3 in a row. But somewhere else in the NBA, another starting point guard is gonna knock down 3 threes in a row.
Tyler Hero hit 7 in a row last night.
Right. And no disrespect to Brunson, because I think his scoring and defense and passing is impactful, right? But what's the difference between what he does and what Devin Booker does?
There's a lot of guards that do what Jalen Brunson does. There's no center that does it.
Right. And Cat will do stuff that will amaze you when you see the pass he threw the other night, the full court pass where he tipped it to Mikal Bridges for the bank in at the buzzer halftime.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man, NBA center's not doing that, bro. First of all, they're not getting down court fast enough, right, to get in position. and then they're not boxing people out and doing a touch pass to a streaking wing that's 12 feet away.
Yeah.
Treasy.
Look at Trae Young. Trae Young's 12 assists a game.
Yeah.
And averaging 21 points.
He's shooting terribly. He's like under 40%. But I got something for you, Freezy, that kind of signifies how much of an anomaly Cat is. Cat in NBA history, Cat is top 10 in true shooting. He's the only big man in that whole list.
Wow.
He's the only center. But he's top 10 in true shooting.
That's crazy, bro.
That doesn't even make sense.
That don't even make sense.
Everybody else on that list is guards that shoot threes efficiently. he's the only guy 6'11", 7 foot.
Right.
In that category.
And the reason and I'm not saying in this conversation, I'm not looking to choose Cat over Brunson. I'm not saying if one person can get in a life raft, the other one got to go to the upper room. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is when 7-footers dribble 27 feet to the rim and dunk on somebody, it jump off the page. Like if Jalen Brunson would have dribbled 27 feet to the rim and threw it down off 2 feet and 2 hands like Sprewell. That's what it would have to look like. Because when Jalen Brunson do that and then get 8 feet to the rim and then reverse pivot and shoot a fadeaway, ain't nobody want to see that, bro. That's just 2 points.
I was going to say that even though Jalen Brunson is probably a top 5, like just pure scorer in the league, he's probably like a top 5 pure scorer right now.
Yeah.
Teams have defenses that cater to scoring guards. There's no defense for Karl Towns.
Right.
That like the only defense you have for Karl Towns is self-check at that point, just not getting in the ball in the right spots.
Right. Or be overly physical, get him in foul trouble.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Or if he's too aggressive, you might get an offensive foul when they put small guys on him. That's about it. But even when you put small guys on him, it's just like he's just gonna go to the post and put up a hook shot. That's damn near automatic.
Bro, Brook Lopez saw Cat about to go off the dribble, took off early. Cat still beat him to the rim and dunked on him, bro. You remember that, Coach? Remember, as soon as Cat pump fake and Brook Lopez jumped and then came down, Brook Lopez, as soon as he was in the air, he's like, I got to get back. Because he knew Cat was gone, bro. And Cat still beat him to the rim and dunked on him with his left hand.
Cat takes centers to deep water where they're just not used to being at.
That fast break transition when Josh Hart passed it to Cat way too early.
Yeah.
Like you shouldn't be passing to a center that far from the rim.
Right.
You just put him in a spot, but he just kept going and just yammed it. Boom. And Cat's not a high flyer.
No.
He's a
mobile big that gets to where
he's
he needs
mobile.
to get to.
Right.
He's not a vertical threat, but he's mobile, and that's just enough to get whatever he needs to get.
Like I'm surprised by.
I don't want him to be. I don't like high flyers, bro. Cat is the perfect build for a center that's gonna play 7 more years at a high level. 6 more years at a high level.
Look
that
at
man
all
don't even jump on his jumper. It's all wrist.
Right. Look at all the explosive jumping players. They're injury prone.
Yep.
All the stars that are like explosive leapers like that. At least the ones I've seen.
Even John Morant came out yesterday and said he's gonna stop dunking as much.
Yeah. Look at Derrick Rose.
Yeah.
He still had the burst when he first came with
us.
He toned it down.
Yeah.
And that's probably the reason why Ja's toning it down, because Derek was over there and he was like, yo, you don't need to do all that.
Bro, just lay it up, bro. Save something for later.
Like Giannis still yams it a lot, but he don't look forward as much.
This is the thing with Giannis. He's developed his mid-range shot so he doesn't have to as much. I'm not saying he's DeRozan in the mid-range, but teams are much more comfortable letting him take the mid-range shot open, and he's like leading the league in mid-range percentage like right now.
What's crazy about Cat is when he winds up starting to get a little too old, and he's going to want to be in that perimeter center.
Yeah.
Imagine how good he's going to shoot then.
Right.
Like out there.
Because that, that's usually the progression with a lot of the.
Yeah, he's going to be Kevin Love on steroids.
Yeah. Hey, y'all, I'm going to get out of here, man. I done got a little tired, bro. I'm gonna get out of here, man. Coach, we going to talk some music Saturday night? Are you busy?
Yeah, man, I'm down.
You want to talk some Jay Dilla?
What is your thing with Jay Dilla, Freezy?
Oh.
He aight.
What about
man? He really likes him. He likes him a lot, but he just don't he don't want to give him his due credit. That's all.
What
so
credit?
You're saying Jay Dilla's like Mitch? That's what it is.
Exactly, man.
No, I'm gonna say Jay Dilla is like Gilbert Arenas.
Are you saying he a flash in the pan only a hot 2 years?
Yeah.
Oh man, he don't deserve that.
Yeah, that's what it is.
What are you trying to say?
If that's the case, Jay Dilla is more like Bill Walton than Gilbert Arenas.
Or the Gale Sayers of rap.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's Bill Walton, Freezy.
Nah, that dude ain't no Bill Walton, bro. Relax, bro. Calm down.
Bill Walton was a Rookie of the Year and NBA champion.
And
MVP.
And he fell into a lucky situation. That's all that was.
And so with Dre, I don't think I got the correlation though. Gilbert Arenas ushered in the small scoring guard from distance thing. He ushered that in before everybody else. In that little 4.5 year window, he ushered that in.
Or maybe he reintroduced it because it was a thing a little bit before him.
What about Pete Rock?
That little Cleveland guard, Price.
Oh, you talking about
Bagley?
Price.
Price and Mark Price.
Nah, man. Nah, Mark Price was a pick and roll maestro. He only made you pay from deep when the shot was there.
Oh, what about that guard from Denver? What's his name?
Robert Pack?
No, not Robert.
I read, Robert Pack paid
Robert Pack, baby mama cussed
me out. No, you talking about Chris Jackson.
Yeah,
Mahmoud up.
Did I tell you the story on Vibes and stuff about how Robert Pack baby mama cussed me out in the club?
Nah, man. Hell no. You ain't telling me that one.
Yo, she's like, I don't know who you think you is. I'm Robert Pack baby mama. And in my mind, I'm like, who the hell is Robert Pack? And then I'm thinking, baby mama, that's the first time I had ever heard that phrase, bro. I was like, who the hell is Robert Pack? And baby mama, why is that important? That's what I was thinking when anyways. All right, everybody, I'm gonna get out of here so I can get some rest, man. Happy
why
Friday.
You want to talk about Jay Dilla so much?
He like throwing rocks and shit.
Underappreciated hip hop news.
He aight.
Like Pete Rock. CL Smooth.
Yeah.
Okay. Just real quick before I go.
Nice and smooth.
To me, it's like when people talk about. So Lee, it's like when people talk about the Beatles, right? People talk about how the Beatles they were and all that stuff. I'm not a Beatles fan. My favorite artist out of that group is George Harrison. Right?
Okay.
Now, I'm not saying that they're not great. What I'm saying is I don't understand. You know how Lee, you remember when men was wearing corduroy pants? Remember that thing? And they'll walk by you like somebody was brushing their hair.
Exactly. Wondering why we gotta like come home and lotion our legs down and whatnot. At the end of the day, we don't got what you call it? You got that? It's called burn.
You got carpet burn between their thighs.
Yeah, friction burn and whatnot. What the hell?
Like a campfire. Yeah, nah, bro.
Exactly.
And so I just didn't understand, bro. Like I didn't understand corduroy. That's neither here nor there. In the big picture, the point that I'm getting at though is I just don't understand the Jay Dilla craze. I don't understand the Beatles. Like to me, the greatest two groups of all time are Earth, Wind, and Fire and Queen. And I know people are going to say, nah, you don't understand the Beatles. And I would say to them that you are correct. I just don't understand.
I would argue with you with the Isleys, but I understand Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Bro, you got to listen to Devotion. Coach, you ever heard
Oh,
the song?
come on.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I'll tell
Come
you.
on, bro. Don't ever ask me that question again.
Dre, it's the song for it's the yo-yo song. Can't play with my yo-yo. The song. Devotion.
I know.
Don't try to play me out. Don't try to play me out. It's that song yo-yo. That's Devotion by Earth, Wind, and Fire. But anyways, I'm gonna get out of here and try to get UTEP to recruit and all that. Coach got me hooked on the game. Coach, whenever you get it, whenever you want it, bro, you know you can get it on the college game.
See what happens.
Nah, man, they gonna see what happens. They gonna tell stories about what I'm gonna do to you on that game, bro.
What you want, football?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have to make me go get college football, man.
Yeah. Now, I'm just saying, Lee, listen, don't be caught up in the. Don't be like Gulliver's Travels, bro. Don't be like don't be chapter 7 in this legendary book of greatness, bro.
Stop it.
Handle this, bro.
Stop it.
All I'm saying is,
okay.
Bro, all I'm saying is, bro, 14-0 skunk, bro. If I get up on skunk.
All right. Yeah, right. Like, you know what I'm saying? I like it when people talk like that. You know what I'm saying?
14-0 skunk, bro. If I score and hold you and I score again, the game. I'm not guaranteed to race.
I'm just saying. I hope you know how to kick from distance. But with that said, then I holler at you.
Bro, I was bullied as a kid.
Peace, bro. I already know, and so have I. So I always grew up. Show me better, you can tell me.
Okay, all right. All I'm saying is 14-0 skunk. Coach, you know what? We should play. You know what? We should get this dude on Madden and play against him with the Jets, bro.
Oh, trying to troll me.
14-0 skunk, bro. Whatever that they got a running back. I do not remember his name, but they got a running back, bro. I take one running back and run to the outside with him, and then like the backup, I run inside with him. All Aaron Rodgers do is hand the ball off, and you just can't stop it, bro. I don't know who the Jets got. Who the Jets got at guard and center, but all you gotta do is run behind them, bro. It's 6 yards every play, bro.
You got a good guard and got a good center. Just our O-line is actually not bad. It's just Aaron is washed.
Y'all got the best offensive line in New York for sure, and the best running backs.
I think the Giants got a decent offensive line. It's just the quarterback play is just trash all over.
Yeah, all right, bro. The Giants. They receive is overrated. They got to do number 1, bro. He's so overrated.
Hold on a second. The same issue you're dealing with.
Coach, they
just like that.
50 times
man, hold on a second. When it got his ex-wife and brought him back onto the team and still couldn't do nothing with him. Come on, man. Are you serious? Stop playing.
I'm just saying, bro, y'all throw the football 50 times to one dude and he get 5 catches and y'all about to build him a trophy.
Man. Hey, bro. Don't put that on me. That's the game plan. That's the coach. That's the quarterback. That's who management chose to invest in. You talk to them because I'm talking to the ownership looking like, and this was that happened, and what happened? What you said was gonna happen on TV happened.
Coach, hey coach, what's the coach the Jets hired? The dude used to look crazy in the press conference. He was Peyton Manning personal guru.
I already suppressed his name out my brain.
The Giants gonna hire him, bro.
His man, the dude that was coaching the Dolphins.
Yeah. That's who the Giants.
Yeah, what the hell is his name?
The Giants.
He got the powder head eyes.
Yes.
Yeah, y'all funny.
He got the midnight eyes. So anyway, we're gonna get out of here, y'all. Thank you everybody for rocking. We're gonna get out of here, y'all. Peace.